Riding our fixes ready, here we go. Watch me scramble to complete a 3-hour show. We'll talk about lives and what's on your mind. Never know what will come up this time. We vibe and we chill, including spirited debate, but we do it with love and never with hate. We'll talk about lives and what's on your mind. Never know what will come up this time. We vibe and we chill, including spirited debate, but we do it with love and never with hate. We vibe and we chill, including spirited debate, but we do it with love and never with hate.
Yeah, it's a Friday night flick and you know it's going down. Get your friends and your knives and let's have a good time. Got that blade click clacking and I'm ready to go. Gotta check the homie Juve on to see what knives he's got.
I can't believe it's Friday and we made it. Get the weekend started, let's go live on YouTube. It's Friday, I can't believe we made it. It's Friday.
Can't believe it's Friday and we made it. Get the weekend started. Let's go live on YouTube. Ooh. It's a Friday night flick and you know it's going down. Get your friends and your knives and let's have a good time. Got that blade click clacking and I'm ready to go. Gotta check the homie Juve on to see what knives he's got. Ooh. Gotta check the homie Juve on to see what knives he's got.
Oh, I can't believe it's Friday and we made it. Get the weekend started, let's go live on YouTube. It's Friday, I can't believe we made it. It's Friday.
Lights go dark, the stream comes on. Javon's here, the vibe is strong. Click and clack, the steel in sight. Every edge sharp in Friday night.
Night flicks dance under the light. Blades that shine and cut so tight. Handles spin and edges glide. Friday night flicks worldwide.
The craft with steady flow, steel and story you'll wanna know. Flick of the wrist, how smooth it goes. Every frame a master show.
Night flicks dance under the light. Blades that shine and cut so tight. Handles spin and edges glide. Friday night flicks worldwide.
Karambit steel, every flick has that cool appeal. The chat goes wild when he reveals a masterpiece you wish was real. Viewers locked and they can't resist. The flick of steel's a weekly twist. Carving moments, he makes it slick. Juve on streaming, doing the trick. resist. The flick of steel's a weekly twist, carving moments.
Point out, you left a little bit, but are you high on cigarettes? And when that stuff runs out, you're gonna wanna make it. Are you high on cigarettes?
Let's watch Juvon's witness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Juvon's witness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Juvon's witness and get high on cigarettes. Let's watch Juvon's witness and get high on cigarettes. Do you know that you're right or wrong? 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 He don't smoke 'em, but he loves it when you do. That's why he's high on cigarettes. And if you find him, you should light him up with you. He's getting high.
What is up? What is up? I don't know if y'all can hear me. I don't know if y'all hear music. I don't know what y'all hear, but I'm here. The music's going to stop in a second. I'm just doing it fancy style because that's how I roll now since it's Friday. Good to see everybody. Marco Ye is in the house. Kathleen Smith is in the house. Marco threw up Kyle's TS Prof affiliate link, which we'll talk about here shortly. There's a huge sale going on, and I was flipped out at some. There's me putting my ducks in a row. And Bubba's in the house. What is up, Bubba? Good to see you guys. I started a little early because, as you guys know, we are the pre-show for Said Faction, which goes live at 11:15. Neil McKenzie, what is up, brother? And we're going to hang out tonight. We're going to talk about some knives. I do have a new knife that I've not unboxed yet. I picked up, against my better judgment, I traded for another case knife today. Where'd I put it? That is a carbon steel. They make their carbon steel and their stainless steel. And that is a red jig bone, I believe. A dark red bone peach seed jig cheetah cub. We'll open it now and I'll do another unboxing. They come wrapped up. We've unwrapped them all because we check them when they come in. I think we got 9 in and they didn't make the shelf. I'm not a huge traditional guy. The cheetah cub's unique in that it's a lockback for one, and I don't do lockback knives. So it's everything I don't really like about knives, but they released it in 2005 because of the popularity of the full-size cheetah with these swing bolsters. And then they sold really well. They got rid of it. And now it is a vault release for just this year. So this year they're doing 2 patterns in carbon steel. One is this, and one is a red micarta. I really like the red micarta. It's a clip point blade with a nice swing bolster. And, you know, it's really not my jam, but it's different enough that I like it. Today, just if you were wondering, I carry a slip joint every day. I usually carry Michael's American Blade Works Slippy, but today I carried my pickle. I call this my pickle. I'm going to trade for one more for sure, which is a stainless steel version of this exact knife in black sycamore, which is my favorite pattern. This is a small single blade trapper Warncliffe. I've got one of these up there in a black curly maple, or it might be purple curly maple. I was going to trade for that today. That was my initial plan until the 9 of these showed up. because we don't have any more of these. These are sold out. And Case sent us a thing the other day via email that they're not making them anymore because they've been overrun. So that vault series has been cut down. We might not even get the ones we ordered. So anyway, I wanted a carbon steel one to patina. I've got another one, I think they call it Kiernight. I've got so much to learn on my traditionals, but I've got that one too. That's the one I bought first. And then it was stainless. And now I've got the Kiernight and the red bone jig, which is carbon tool steel. What's up, Ronald Dobbins? How are you, brother? So I'm kind of stoked. Again, I carry a slip joint every day. I don't cut with it every day. I use my that's a beautiful knife. I use my fixed blade primarily, and then I use my folder. Today I carried my a knife I traded with Paul Mills for. It was my Sharp by Design. I can't remember if this is the Tempest. It's a flipper knife, and I usually don't do flippers, but this one's just tuned so well. I cannot get my finger in there to flick it, or have not been able to. So it's got a nice flipper. But I took it out of my pocket. And tonight I'm carrying what I think is probably one of the best values and a company I'm super impressed with. I don't even have an affiliate link with them, but this is a knife by a company called Molsec. This is called the 808 Attack, or the Decay 808. I sharpened it last night. It's S90V, allegedly, and titanium handles, and it's less than $200. It's got amazing action. My review goes live, I think, in a couple of days. But Molsect, Molsect. I've reviewed two of their what they call the Thinker series, which are their more premium knives. They don't have premium prices. And then they've got a Pathfinder series. I reviewed one of them, which is how I found out about this company, called the Shuttle. It was titanium and 14C with a crossbar lock. But a lot of people probably won't like the way this knife looks. This knife has amazing ergonomics for me. And it is, I cut with it for about 3 weeks. And then last night I was starting it. So I taped up my, I've gotten to where I'll just tape over my edge, and then I go through 4 stones. My 4th stone is just to hone, and then I strop. And I think I'm coming up with a pretty good system to get the kind of edges that I like. They're still not Klingenweks edges, but they're Javon. It's pretty dang sharp. And that is the Molsect 808 Decay. I think it's $168. They only have this DLC version and one other in stock. It's good. So I've been carrying it tonight. Full size Evo Typhoon. Thank you, Paul Mills, channel member and the one who made that knife possible. I'm keeping it in good standings, brother. I don't carry it much, but I carried it today. The reason I don't carry it much is I have too many damn knives. I'm always trying to carry something that I'm going to be reviewing, just to get an idea on how it works. I'll tell you a knife that I'm super, super impressed with that I don't have on me, but I'll get up and get it in a second. It's a Kaiser Vanguard series called the Outrider, I think is what it's called. Hold on a second. Let me put my, we'll keep that out. I'm going to take my Bullbuster. That's the GEC side buster. I'm going to put it in my case. And I'm going to get a knife to show y'all. Y'all sit tight for 2 seconds. I'm going to serve an ad and I'll be right back. I was trying to find my Kaiser Nice Guy too, because it's less than 40 bucks at Amazon. But this is called, I think it's called the Outrider. Don't hold it against me. It comes in AEBL blade steel. There's also one that I gave away Sunday during the member giveaway that's D2 in micarta that comes with a clutch lock. So you can choose a clutch lock or a button liner lock. It uses that Norplex Ultra X micarta, which is very nice micarta. It's got a thumb hole or a finger hole and a stud. It reminds me a little bit of the Psyop from Vostede, except it's got a longer blade. So I carried this knife. I probably could have gotten by carrying it for just a few days, but I carried this knife for well over a week and still do. I love it. It's one that I will keep in my collection because I like the knife. And I think it's, let's do a little looking. Uh-oh. Nick, chill on, get my. Is it driving you crazy, dude? When I got up, all this stuff, those are knives. If I cleaned up the knives, if I moved the knives, I do have some busy stuff going on back there, like my little Pixie board, and then I've got my lights. But yeah, my desk is a mess. Dude, thank you for the $5. Thank you for the comment. Let me give you a quick man hug. Yes. Shane or Ryan or Richard Hopkins will tell you organization is not my strong suit. If you've watched any of my content, you should know that. I'm not a very organized guy. But if we were going to go to Amazon, let me go there real quick. Amazon. Uh-oh, I pushed the wrong button. I hate to feel like a boomer sometimes because I'm not a boomer. Let me share the screen. Boom. Because I want to show you the nice guy too, but this is the Kaiser Outrider, I think. Outposter. I'm sorry. It's the Outposter. That's a good looking one there. So it's from 55 to roughly 70 bucks. That's a really nice one with their Vortex micarta. Are y'all seeing that? Let me look at the StreamYard. I have to go back because I can't see everything at the same time. So you can get that one. That one's D2. That one's the one I'm holding. It's Nitro V. Is it Nitro V? Yeah, I'm sorry. It's Nitro V. And then this one is also Nitro V. But the one I gave away, this one, is an Amazon exclusive with a crossbar lock. So the ones we were just looking at were the button liner locks. So Kaiser has what they call the clutch lock that allows you to put the Omega spring in one of 5 little holes in the liner, which adjusts the way that the tension works on it. It gives it a detent. I still prefer the top actuated liner lock, the button actuated liner lock, but this is a cool design in my opinion. The blade is very useful. It rides in the pocket very well. I think it's a cool looking knife. That's their adjustable crossbar lock. So I don't know if y'all can see that there. If you've ever taken a Benchmade apart and know how that axis lock works, there's a little hole, and then it goes over the stud. So one little part goes over the stud, then it curls up, and you put it in a hole. Well, Kaiser gives you 5 of those little holes to choose from. And you can get it to where it's really snappy, or you can get it to where it's very soft, just depending on how you like it. But the ergonomics are great. I just think it's a super, super knife. It's been one of my favorites that Kaiser came out with so far in terms of their budget knives. And then the nice guy, I like this Vortex micarta very much. This is the nice guy 2. The nice guy 1 had a thumb stud, and it's still out there, so you got to be careful. This is the nice guy 1. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this one right here. So this is a knife that is smaller. It's got a steel liner, and then it's got those scales that sit on it kind of proudly. It's an Azo design, just a really good, small EDC knife. And the other budget knife that Kaiser came out with this month is the Madrak, which if you buy one of the more bougie ones, in S45, it's got a hollow grind. So they have, like they do a lot, they'll do several different price points. So if we go, make sure I'm taking y'all with me. See if that takes y'all with me. Yep. All right. So if we go to, I haven't seen those yet. If we go up here and go shop, new arrivals, and then we click on one of the nice Madraks, this is an S45 hollow grind. So this one, when it loads up, if it gives me a little, that one's thin and slicey. I got to handle it at Blade Show. It makes a difference to me. I know flat grinds they cut just as well. They cut very well, but a really well done hollow grind to me is just appealing. So the Madrak is a very, very good knife. I think Kaiser's just been killing it. And I'm not saying that because I ate dinner for free from them one night. They were nice to do that. The Momo fixed blade is a little big for me. It's a nice knife, not one of my favorites, but at the same time, the Abrams, which is definitely one of my favorites. This knife right here. I love that knife. It's got a super thin, what I consider a Hinder slicer style grind. It's allegedly in 3V. It's an Arc and Iron collaboration. I didn't know that until I posted the video and the Arc and Iron guy commented on it. I really, really like that knife. Can you hear me? It's a little big for me, Andrew. Can y'all hear me? Thumbs up if my voice is coming through. I let myself out accidentally. If you can't hear me, oh well. Kathleen, I agree with you 100%. And that half circle is done by design. Yes, it looks cool, but what they've done is by having it recessed where you come into contact with it normally, it's not easy to depress. But like a compression lock, you're used to doing it with the top part of your hand. So what I love about it is you literally are just rolling your finger off the spine of the knife through that depression, at least I am, to close it. But this outposter, as it's called, is a very, very nice knife. And I think it was just a group Kaiser design knife. It's not an Azo design, who's their senior designer, and it's not a collaboration, which I think is pretty cool when you see a knife that's the thumb studs are welcome. The Squid Industry surf knife. I have not.
What's up, buddy?
You got a new keyboard.
No, same keyboard.
What's up, dude?
How we doing?
We are kicking it. We're just talking about this outposter knife. What do you think of that look of that knife?
Hang on 1 second.
All right.
I
I'm
was,
gonna get rid of it.
sending something. All right, show it to me.
It's a top liner lock.
Can't see it all that well. It's just okay.
It kind of reminds me of the Psyop from Voss Steed.
Who's it made by?
Kaiser. It's a Kaiser Nitro V, imported, but they use that Norplex micarta that's really kind of nice. And their top liner lock has very good detent. What I like about this one is they added a stud and a hole. Because for me, the stud wins over the hole. I don't know how it would work on a Microtech, but I haven't gone live yet, but that new M stitch, which is the mini version of the stitch, is $274. Again, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I'd be really surprised. I wouldn't be surprised to find out that knife's not made here. It's much better to me than the full-size stitch. It fits the hand great. But there's just something about that ram lock that does not feel smooth and it doesn't feel high end. I guess that's part of the bar lock dilemma, right? It's hard to make one feel high end.
I mean, to me, yeah, but it just depends on the person, I guess. I'm not a bar lock fan, so.
I guess my favorite bar lock knife is my TS Prof Shadow. And I would much rather it be a frame lock.
Yeah.
But it hasn't hampered me carrying it. You know, one thing that it's done, and I don't know why, and when TS Prof's changed up their entire face of who deals with people. I don't think Emily's there anymore.
Who?
Emily was
said
one of the,
you said
TS Prof. I mean TRM. I got confused.
That's why I was confused. I was like, what are you talking about?
TRM, I'm sorry. They don't sell scales for this. And I don't know if they think it's because we haven't taken apart Benchmades before, but she made it sound like they're not compatible. You can get one with titanium scales. You can do a scale swap on a Bulldog, which also uses the river lock. I just can't imagine why, if they made a scale like this G10 scale and sold it for a couple $100, why I couldn't install it. What would make it impossible? And she told me at one point it was a non-starter. They couldn't do it.
It sounds like more like they don't want to do it versus they can't do it.
Which I would think too, except they offer it in every other knife, even including their latest knife, which is a crossbar lock, river lock, which is what they call it. What's up, Henry? So I can't imagine, you know, you're right, Kyle. It might not be worth running the machine because they might not have sold that many of this knife because it was one that wasn't that easy to get. I remember having to wait several drops before I got this one. But then my buddy A to Z you can get a titanium one at Blade Show anytime you go. I think it's probably got the best ergos, the best size. It's the biggest TRM folding knife.
Yeah, I don't see a huge ordeal with it, but I'm not a fan, so that's fine. But I would think that they would want to make money for secondary for scales and that kind of stuff unless it's just literally a pain in the ass and they don't want to deal with it.
Which and it could be that the numbers, the juice isn't worth the squeeze, right? Like if they've only sold a couple of thousand and they know only a small percentage are going to get scales. Because I think that's the way that TRM has made themselves profitable, is because I think a lot of people, me included, until I got titanium scales, purchased a lot of different scales because they'd be 40 to 60 bucks and they're so easy to put on.
Yeah, very well could be.
They even offer it for their little, if they can do a frame lock in a Neutron, I think they can do a frame lock in a Shadow if they wanted to. I would think. Because they do a liner lock in their Nerd, which is basically just a small Shadow. And the only reason I like this design is the blade design is so good for slicing. That's a small version, which is the same blade.
Yeah.
Sire Shop. Young lady and channel member. I have not blown you off. I have still not opened the box. That's an inside joke, but she knows what I'm talking about. The box is still unopened, Sire Shop. You know what I'm talking about, Kyle?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have not been able to open that box yet, and I need to do it. I should probably do it tomorrow. I should plan to, but I'm very good at procrastinating. I got a letter yesterday that my wrecked vehicle is fully paid for. That makes me feel good.
That's nice. Now you can get a door for it.
Yeah, now I get a door for it. But yeah, I haven't seen a knife, including at Blade Show, except for that Evo 340, the smaller Evo that I was super excited about. I was going to ask y'all if there was any knife out there that y'all are very excited about, that everybody's either waiting for or trying to get their hands on. Kyle, did you understand or dig deeper into Alex's post or that law?
No, because I mean, frankly, I don't know. It didn't interest me all that much because when it comes
to a state thing or a city thing, or is it a federal thing?
It can't be. It's got to be an overreach on a local level or state level, because first of all, they don't have any authority over the code written in your CNC. That is completely up to the sole proprietor and ownership.
That seemed to me so futuristic, Black Mirror crap.
Everybody can own one, have one in their house, and print whatever they want off of it. So, and there's no regulation that states you can't print that. So, I think A is either getting overblown, or B, it's going to get caught up in the courts and it's going to get overturned because that's ridiculous.
And I forgot who he said in the comments was jumping in. A bigger maker was trying to get people together. Kathleen, I'm lucky I didn't lose my life. I rubbed it up against, on the interstate, those little, I guess, knee high or waist high dividers that keep you from hitting oncoming traffic. There was pavement that had been put up. So there was about 3 inches of displacement, and a truck kind of came into my lane, and I kind of got over and didn't hit the wall. But when I tried to get back up from the wall, I hit the displacement and it popped me against the wall just real quick. At 60 miles per hour, I drove for 3 more hours. And I realized, because it was 5 o'clock traffic, that I had a door problem because my door was cracked. But I'm lucky. If there hadn't been a wall there, I would have killed myself and or someone else. What's going on, buddy?
Hello,
what's up, Mr. Javon? Mr. Kyle?
How we doing, buddy?
Hello.
Good to see you, my friend.
Yes, sir.
What's going on in your world?
Not a whole lot. Not a whole lot.
You have exciting mods this week?
What did I do? I don't know. You put me on the spot, so now my brain is completely empty. So
you got all the time you need, my friend. What's up? 1931 Leatherworks.
So I saw that Alex posted that thing. So what was the problem? Or not the problem, but why did he post it? They're outlawing codes or something?
They're trying to, apparently from I only looked at it briefly. I didn't dig deep into it, so I'm very well could be mistaken. But from what I saw, it looked like he was stating that they were trying to go after businesses who, quote unquote, were manufacturing weapons, and that they wanted to have full access to the CNC codes. Which
and he falls under that, he feels.
Which feels like a complete overreach because there's nothing stated in the Constitution you're allowed to manufacture your own weapons.
Well, here, I feel like it's probably not for edged tools. I think there's a lot of problems with, was it FRPs and stuff or whatever the hell they're called? I'm not a Pew guy, but
yeah. So the FRTs, but like even so, for instance, say I wanted to make my own entire build rifle. By law, I can do that. They can't say shit about it. Mm-hmm. So the whole lawsuit goes back a few years. Remember about 5 years ago, they kept calling everything ghost guns, ghost guns. All that was 80% lowers that people were selling that you still had to do manufacturing on and complete. There was nothing illegal about that. It's per law, it's completely legal. It's just that they wanted to make an ordeal and act like that was what was causing problems, because it's just overreach and trying to be grabby with.
Now, I don't know. I'm assuming Alex is in New York because NYS, I think, is a New York statute.
Yeah, New York State is where he's at.
And it says every knife manufacturer in America should have a look at this. Then every person that makes something on a CNC mill. I couldn't find the thing to look at. Did anyone find the document?
Right there, it's listed. What's it again?
NYS S.9005-C.
Part C. Okay, that's what I need to Google. Okay, thanks, Kyle.
NYS
S.9005-C, Part C. What up, Henry? Hello, Henry.
All right, here we go.
Help us out, Kyle, if you don't mind.
New York's Senate bill is the legislative package that implements the state fiscal year budget. Part C of this bill specifically addresses firearm safety and 3D print technology. It establishes crimes related to utilizing three-dimensional printers for manufacturing ghost guns and firearm components. Additionally, it provides for firearm prevention technology requirements for three-dimensional printers to ensure these devices cannot be used to create untraceable weapons. Well, tough shit, because that's legal. So
why does
on a federal level? Because they're going after the three-dimensional, and that's just the highlights of. I'm not actually reading all verbatim of what it says. That's just the highlights of.
I'm sorry. Okay, I got you.
So there could be more. Let's see if there's anything in there about. But the point is that I don't care what the state says. The federal law trumps it. So they can print. They can say whatever they want.
But as a business owner, what is his pen? What do you think his exposure is? I mean, one, you could move and go to a state, because I know some people in the comments were saying that. But if he gets fined locally, like if he doesn't want to leave New York, and he might have a very hard play over not doing that, not complying because of the cost of the penalty.
Here's what's going to happen. They're going to try to file this or try to pass this through. Well, it's going to get sued the hell out of because it looks like it's primarily going after the 2A groups.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the.
So what that's going to happen is they're going to get sued to all hell by multiple organizations that are
pro.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of a different. I don't want to call them all out, but those are going to be at least 2 to 4 that are going to sue the hell out of them. This is going to get tied up in court, and it's not. They're either going to have to pull it from this budget bill, pass the budget bill without this, and then try to. But that's why they're doing it. They're throwing it in on a budget bill, trying to slide it through. It has
That's how they do shit. They try to.
That's
sneak
how they
in
got. That's
on
how they
the
got
back end
kratom
of the
illegal in
freakout.
Alabama.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's my. But the point is, that won't go through as it is. So if I were Alex, I still would go after his or write to his legislation and tell him how he feels, but it doesn't look like A, that it'll go through directly, and B, it looks like it's going more after
The other part of the
the
industry.
QA community. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I think a lot is going to change in the next year with things trying to go through. And I'm more disconnected from the political process now probably than I've been since I was 18 in terms of, I know what's going on, but I'm not. We had a state, some kind of runoff election that I probably should have gone and voted in, because usually I'm grassroots all the way, and I didn't even come out of my house for it.
I think honestly,
say that, but
I think honestly, Alex saw that and maybe made a couple assumptions
Freaked
or
the
some.
fuck out immediately and then blasted it.
Yeah.
that's very possible. Had a gut reaction to it.
Which I mean, I don't have a problem being proactive, especially if it's something like that that could potentially scare your livelihood. I get that, but from the general basics of how it's reading, it doesn't seem like it's going after his industry. But there were provisions in there that saying that they had to turn over code, that if they were a manufacturer currently, they would have to turn over code of what actually were able to print off of those 3D machines, and they were going to go after it as a if they maintain those records, it's going to have to go after as a felony for.
It's interesting because you know how many DIY people have 3D printing things now. Like, it's not just businesses. Like,
It's not
you
cost
can buy a
prohibitive.
3D printer for what, like $150 on Amazon nowadays, or
Absolutely.
less.
And besides, like I was saying earlier, everyone at home could do it themselves, and it's completely legal. So I don't know why they think going after a company to scare them is going to make it any better.
It's just because I think that part of the legal process is bullies. I mean, and I'm sure that somebody thankfully picked up on that that language and passed it around to knife makers to get them active or activated.
Yeah, I'll be interested. I'll follow up and see some more on that, because I follow that community pretty heavily, and I have not seen a whole lot posted on it nationally.
What else is made in New York, knife wise, Kyle, besides Lamia's?
There's
What's his face is up there? Damn it.
It'll come to you.
I can't think off the top of my head, but I know there's a couple custom makers up there for sure that are in that area.
There are.
But I don't know. Also, there's some that are in Pennsylvania.
Rogovets is up there.
Yeah, but there's a couple that are like right there, Pennsylvania, New York, Jersey, that whole area that I'm not.
Morris is up there.
Yeah, NCC, he's down south now.
Morris is in PA.
I would think taxes are making it prohibitive for small businesses up there. I can only imagine that the tax rate for a small business that reports income like Alex probably reports is getting hammered.
They are, but the state taxes aren't as bad as the local taxes up there. So they're not as hindered as, say, other states.
Ohio.
What's that?
Morris is in Ohio. I always get that confused.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Where at? You know?
Dover? I don't think that's right. Maybe he moved? I could have sworn he was in PA. And I should know this, but I could have sworn he was in. I know it's something I constantly get wrong, though.
I'm going to show you all the deal of the day. You might have noticed.
This says Samuel Morse, based out of Dover, Ohio.
And that name doesn't ring a bell, but I'm such a green pea. Is he a custom maker?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
They must be nice by the way y'all are talking.
Yeah, I
Well,
have
it's one
one
of
for
top,
every day.
right.
He's from Massachusetts. I don't know why it says. Maybe he moved recently. That's what I was gonna say because I know it's either PA or MA, and it's Massachusetts. I don't know why it's saying.
Well, if he's actually in Dover, he's not. Maybe he says he's near PA because that's like
Well,
it's
no,
on the
it's
way.
Massachusetts. It's MA, which is what I'm dumb and confuse it with PA. It's MA though.
Yeah, exactly. They're nice, but
Good one, Nicholas.
some people have obsessions over things. Because like Dover's like 3/4 of the way between Columbus and Pittsburgh. That's why I was asking if it was. Yeah, it's maybe 40 minutes from the Pennsylvania border. So
I have never been to the northeastern part of the United States.
that's not
That's
northeast.
one, I'm trying to think. I've been to. I'm having to pull up a map. That's how bad I was at geography. I've been to Ohio, but I've never been anywhere northeast of Pennsylvania or West Virginia.
I haven't been too much to the northeast either, but Pennsylvania or Pittsburgh, I would say, would be still considered Midwest. Philadelphia is more East Coast.
Ooh, I'll make you big for a second.
This is a Morris.
That's his name? Is that his knife?
Yes.
Yeah.
This
What
is
is
a
that blade steel?
Morris made mini dataless. This is Chad Nichols 3V armor core. So is the clip. It's a Zerk backspacer.
You still have all
7 inches
three.
long?
Mosaic pivot. What'd you say?
Is it about 7 inches or longer? I can't tell the size of it. You don't have to measure it. I mean, is it bug outish length?
It's like exactly 7. Yeah.
I love it. See, there. I mean, I guarantee you, 80% of the knives, 90% of the knives I haven't heard of.
I have 6 more of them. Not this series, though.
I was going to say, Paul, do you still have all 3 that I worked on?
Yes.
That's cool.
And Paul, how did you come across him?
I would die before. It's Carco's fault. It's always Carco's fault.
Okay, so he's leading you in these dark holes.
Well, yeah, like one day he was like, "You want to buy this Moorish?" I was like, "What's a Moorish?" I was like, "Yeah, that's pretty cool. Send it to me. Let me check it out." And I got it. I was like, "How much?" You know. And then I bought another one, and then like I found a really early build of his like on eBay that didn't have a name. It wasn't listed. I was like, I hunted for it and found it, and like it was like my special little grail thing. And then I bought another one, and then I had him make one finally. This is the only one like I was on the this is a book build spot. The other ones I all acquired on the secondary. 2 of them from Carco. One of them from Merceau. Was it Merceau? I think it was Merceau.
Wow.
Carco's the gateway drug for a lot of people.
Yes.
Yeah,
He was-
Carco's.
he was for me too.
Carco's fault.
Did you buy that? No, never mind. That was a lefty. Let's say he had a lefty, or he had a plunket he was selling, but that was lefty. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I do have a plunket though.
Do you really?
Yeah.
I
Hey,
didn't know
Kyle, you see Bugsy's question?
which
How is
3V?
how is sharpening the 3V?
Which 3V?
I think on Paul's knife with the core. Did you sharpen the one that had the 3V core?
I don't remember which ones of his I did. Honestly, off the top of my head. But 3B is fine to sharpen.
This is tiny. This is the micro warning.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's sexy though.
Oh
It is
yeah,
good looking, but it's too small for me.
this is nasty. This is so thin behind the edge and sharp that this is one of those like if you cut yourself, you won't know about it till like
Till
you're
you
sure
bleed out.
or whatever. Yeah.
That's
How
what
many are you up to now? Paul Mills asked Paul. How many Morshes? Count on it.
7. I've been at 7 for a while.
Congratulations, dude. Those are beautiful knives. We need to get Ryan to jump in here, except I think he's still on the road in his trailer. But I know he's surrounded by
Should I
nice
go get
knives.
the other 6?
He said he's working on his hotel Wi-Fi. He'll be here and he gets that working.
You twisted my arm. I'll go get the other 6.
I love show and tell. While you're gone, I'm going to show a deal of the day at TS Prof. This is what I sharpen with. And this is the Pioneer system. And this is the base system. You can buy attachments and you can upgrade it. But this thing is on sale for $246 for 3 days or 4 days. 4 days and 3 hours. So $246 to me, I can't remember what I paid for my first work sharp. Maybe it was $129. Maybe it was less than that. Do you remember, Kyle, what work sharps?
I think they're right around 100 to 150, somewhere in that range.
But they've got accessories on sale. Kyle's, there's a link pinned up in the chat. If y'all want to look on TS Prof's US site and see what all's in this sale, but you can get accessories, parts, and complete systems. And they've got some video. I don't know where you can find it, but they've got some video sharpening thing that if certain purchases qualify you for. What's up, Mr. Kodiak?
Yeah, that's their old video series that they had on there. I'm not right. Never mind. I gotta go there.
Well, they're good. I mean, I would think that if they had somebody that could do live training, that would be huge for a company like TS Prof. If you could just do a private StreamYard.
Well, I offer that, but they don't. So
yeah, well, like I said, you ought to. I'm sure people know to get in touch with you. Do you have that posted anywhere that you can do 30-minute? I don't know how you price your time, Kyle. Yeah. But you definitely need to have that on your Instagram. Besides your, add that as a service on top of your sharpening. Because I know you hate the tape secret, but I did buy the knife I'm carrying today last night. We're clamping down my Pioneer makes a huge difference. But that's done with a little tape on the bottom that I had to sand through or grind through, but I don't have any of those swirlies on my DLC.
What up, Wobbin?
Thanks, Marco. Yeah, I don't know. I'm at the point where I'm not necessarily trying to grow a whole lot.
Your time is pretty much accounted for?
Well, that I like dealing with the customers I have. Not saying I won't take on someone new, but I'm gonna be picky about who I take on.
Guy via email with 17 questions.
There's that. I mean, that wasn't as bad as I originally thought it was going to be. It was unique, I'll say that, but it wasn't as bad as some of the other ones I've had to deal with. So, I like dealing with repeat customers, and I get repeat customers because I do a good job and take care of them.
Exactly. So. And you can choose, if you're in a position where you can choose your customer, that's a beautiful thing to do. I would not encourage you to do any different, because being a mentor, which is more what you are than a teacher, I mean, you can't lead what kind of horse can't you make drink or something? I mean,
horse to water.
Yeah, whatever, something like that. I understand your point there, though.
Yeah, I
want you to use this to train the people that the more people that are sharpening well, I think the better it is for everybody. And except for somebody like Tate at Knives and More.
I've always stated that I'm more than willing to help anyone, but I'm not going to go the way to push on you. If you want to know questions, you ask me, and I'll give you every information that I know.
He's surprisingly professional about that stuff.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you had like a 30-minute fee if somebody wanted your brain for 30 minutes via video, or if you had an hour.
What I've got set up basically is there's two ways to do it. One, you can just have it as a pick my brain for 20 minutes, and it's the price of a sharpening.
I got you.
Or if you want to
got that worked out.
If you want to sit down and actually one-on-one sharpen a knife live with me so I can critique and help and go through things with you, that's going to be a little bit more.
By the way, your prices are very, very, very fair. Very fair.
Yeah, to get one-on-one time with Kyle where it's just he and you in a private stream is invaluable.
Well, put it this way. So if I was giving golf lessons still, my hourly rate would be $110.
You were a
I
golf.
was a golf pro
Yeah.
for 14 years.
No shit. I never knew that.
Yeah.
That's why he's so ornery. He chases little white balls in the woods.
If I was doing it for sharpening, I'm so much cheaper when it comes to sharpening because it just there's not the marketing for it. There's not the demand for it.
You're dealing with a different clientele makeup too. I get it.
Right. So like when I'm looking at prices, it's like I have to step back sometimes and think like, yeah, you're not going to make what you were making before, but you still need to be fair. Like I could raise my rates considerably and still be fair, but I try to be good for everyone involved. I want them to have a good experience. I want them to send knives back more and more. And I also don't like, I treat things like a concierge service. You get exactly what you want. And if you don't know what you want, I'll help walk you through that because not every knife, like I'm not picking on anyone. Okay. But not every knife needs to be mirror polished. That's a big trend over the last 5 years that everyone wants fancy mirror polished edges. And for the guys that do it, they can charge a buttload and it's great. Like, and on some knives, art knives, it's cool. Like it doesn't necessarily need to be that, especially on certain steels, it's horrible for it. But if
we offer it at Knives and More and it's not been taken. We've not gotten one mirror polish job since I've been there in 6 months.
But
it makes it not as toothy, right?
Yeah, not necessarily. Depends on the steel. But the thing about it is that's for your Instagram pictures. And it's cool. Like I get it. It's neat. I should do it sometimes, but it's not needed on most steels. That's for, but I just hate it when it gets pushed. Like that's the only thing that
is considered a good sharpening if it's got that.
Right. And certain people only do that and they'll charge $75 to $100 or more for that service.
Now, Kyle, you don't have to, if somebody wanted information on sharpening, it's not just TS Prof. I mean, you can help someone with your skill set on not only any system, but even you do a lot of bench sharpening, or do you not even like to go there because that's so muscle memory?
Yeah, I mean, you can do that. I can teach all of it, but the issue is, or not issue, the thing about it is it's the same principles no matter what you're on, whether you're on a system doing freehand, it's all the same principles. There's two principles: how to get a even consistent burr and how to get that burr off of there. That's the only two factors you have to worry about. Now there are a lot of variances of how you get that done
in between getting to that point, right?
But that's the two things you have to do to accomplish to get a sharp knife: get an even burr across there and how to get it off completely. So
a lot of people, I know, I did not know how to do that and was able to get a knife where it was cut, better than it was cutting before, but never sharp as, and I'm still not getting them as sharp as I can get. But there's a science to it that's not, I think it seems more difficult than if you put the time in and you have somebody guiding you through it than it has to be. My little swirly thing, and I noticed reading there about those alpha stones, they talk about oil. You can use a castor oil. They say that the dust is, I guess, not good. I was just reading through it last night when I heard about the sale. You use yours with the stuff that we use. It's baby oil.
Yeah, that's what I created. Was I do like 60 to 70% water, a little bit of maybe 15% soapy water, and then I put in a splash of baby oil. Not
and
quite.
It worked very well at lifting the crap off the stone.
What's that?
I said, okay, Diddy.
Right. Yeah, but I've got one bottle that's lasted me 2 years. I'm not quite the same boat.
Have a closet full of them. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. I got a closet full of Wink because I bought it on sale when I bought my first bottle. Dude, they were where place I got it at, Paul. They were like clearancing it out. The big bottles that are like,
32 ounces.
Yeah, whatever they are. They were like $250. So I bought like 10 bottles. I bought
Dude, my none of Lowe's or Home Depot around me don't even sell it. I can like only get it on Amazon. And I have multi-etch too, but I don't have great results with multi-etch for some reason.
You do it cold or you do a hot?
I do it cold, but I just got more of the. I was talking to somebody like I got a friend on Facebook whose stuff is just like stunning, and he only uses multi-etch. I'm like, dude, like help a brother out because I have shit results with multi-etch, and I guess I just wasn't. My main thing with multi-etch is you can't tell that it's doing its thing.
It's not fizzing. It's not fizzing like wings.
It doesn't fizz. It doesn't change the surface. Like unless you're, it takes significantly longer than Wink. Like Wink, we're talking 10, 15 seconds to strip most colors or even just etch in general. With multi-etch, like if you're not heating, I don't know how it is when you're heating it up. I'm not set up to like heat up a batch of multi-etch to do ano and stuff, but we're talking like soaking for 8 to 10 minutes, sometimes more. But then like there's no way to look at it and be like, okay, it's ready. Like you're just pretty much guessing at it. So
is that ano stuff y'all are talking about?
Yeah. I've not got good at it to the level of like some of these guys. I mean, I can do a decent job. But to me, it's frustrating as hell because you can do the same process, think you did phenomenal as far as the prep work, and then it comes out and you're like, why is that so blotchy? Then you have to go back and do it.
Super nuanced. Yeah. It's
pain.
That's why I do ano. I've done some pretty cool things, but I don't want to be the ano guy specifically for it. Also, I also can't blast. Like I don't have blasting capabilities, so
I don't offer to people.
Limited as far as that goes.
Well,
I can do it, but I don't offer it for people because of the frustration. I don't want to be sitting there tied down to
a certain color that you can't get
it's
to.
It's like an add-on thing for me. Like I don't want to be an ano guy.
Right.
But while I have stuff in here for other things, like it's like more of an ancillary service.
So there are more solutions you can use than just baking soda and water.
Well, baking soda and water is
I use TSP, which is trisodium phosphate instead of baking soda, but baking soda works fine too. It's just like most people. Like before I did it, I did all the research, and Kyle knows what I'm about to say. Like I basically, what is it? What's the saying for it? Where you just do a bunch of research before it takes forever before you actually start doing it. Delay by research or something. Give
me a second.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But that's what I did, and I researched all the different things you can use, how you can do it. There's like most things, there's more than one way to skin a cat, whatever. Sure. So yeah, you could use baking soda, you could use trisodium phosphate. If you want it to be black, you can use manganese, but there's 2 types of manganese. One kind of manganese won't give you black. The other kind, it's all
sure the different grades of titanium are going to make a difference how that color takes, and you never know what a titanium knife coming in is made out of.
The finish, the same voltage will look completely different on 5 different finishes of the same titanium. So,
Paul, I mean, if you just want a one and done send in, that's pretty good. I mean, from what I've seen, Way of Knife does a pretty damn good job, especially for
that stuff. Sticker anos, Way of Knife is pretty much the best of the best.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going with it.
I mean, I have my own Way of Knife crazy anode knife.
I thought what you were talking about. Paralysis by analysis.
That's it.
Paralysis by analysis.
That's the one.
Because I suffer from that big time.
I know. We've talked about it several times, and that's it.
Guilty.
Yeah. I get to the point where like I get so frustrated I just shut my brain off and don't even do the project. Like Javon had to make me do it on a live one time. I had a bag of spares for my Jaeger just to change the color out on some of the hardware that had been sitting in the bag unopened for over a year. Oh, nice.
Oh, that's sick, dude.
This is like 3 years old too.
Nice.
That's anno work?
Yes.
Yep.
All right, my brain's spinning. Go ahead, Kyle, but then I'm going to go to that.
No, that's all I was going to say was
You got your screws out and you made it happen. I'm the same way, dude. When I used to have to get into people's Google Analytics, that's why I haven't gone deeper into Gary's. If you ever start looking at Google Analytics, it's like a puzzle that leads you deeper and deeper. And you can't, I know I can't impact somebody's traffic that goes to their site, but you see these little patterns. And I guess I'm autistic to a point to where I'll just hang up on that shit.
I've got probably 5 knives that are in bags or boxes currently halfway through projects I've never completed.
Did you get to a part that gave you trouble, or did you just lose interest?
No, it's like I'll get to a section that I'm trying to work on and I get stumped, whatever. Then I move on to something else, or another project comes along that I need to get done in a timely fashion, and that gets put to the back burner, and I don't do my own stuff.
I have stacks of these trays.
Yep. Well, here you go. There's one that's in
They all got
bag
stuff in them.
that I'm rescaling that knife. Here's a McNeese that I'm in the process of redoing and machining hardware, or I got hardware for it, but they don't fit. So I'm trying to get the tolerances to fit. So I got doing that. I got all kinds of stuff laying around, man.
But you got it all neatly in bags. That's a lot better than me. I mean, I know I've got scales here that I'm trying to find for A to Z EDC, but they're in a drawer somewhere and I have no idea where they are. If you walk through my knife boxes, it would drive you insane. And most of those knives have been given away. I need to just get rid of those boxes.
Yeah, I'm not big on keeping boxes all that much. I got some, but like most of the time I don't really care.
I used to not care at all. And Paul, you were talking about that cool looking Archangel being anode. How in the world does that happen? I mean, how do you get it that crisp?
Stickers and shit.
They just cover it with like some kind of
out on like a Cricut or something, you know, laser cut layers and stickers, and
everything else is covered, and they're just heating or treating that one little area till it. That's amazing.
What's up, Crispy?
Insane.
Crispy.
They're literally the best at the best. A lot. Not everything. They're not great at everything they do and offer as services, but in terms of wild anno, and now they have lasers, and now back then I don't think they had a fiber laser. That was definitely full anno stickers and shit.
I've not held one. I'm curious to see what their laser works like and how deep it is now.
But even just from you can do colored anno with a laser without, you know.
Yeah, laser annealing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that pretty much what who am I thinking of? The Ishtar, they make another knife. They're Polish and they've got that knife that's got puzzle
you're talking
pieces.
about Herman.
Yes.
Herman.
Yeah. Is that how Herman does that wild looking puzzle?
That's all fiber laser, yeah. It takes like 12 hours to do that puzzle knife.
So that is, but here's the thing. So not all fiber lasers do that. It has to be a MOPA laser. And they have to be able to have the programming to do it. What's up, Paul? I mean, what's up, Bob?
Bob.
But MOPA lasers are badass. I looked down that rabbit hole, that and then desktop CNCs, and just for the money that they are, I couldn't pull the trigger on it because I just didn't think the return on investment would be that great. If you had enough capital laying around it could be, but not for where I'm at with it currently. Because those MOPAs are like, to get deep, you need at least 60, preferably like 80 or 100 watt. Those are like $6,000.
Yeah, you've got to have power to get down in there. I want to say ours is less than. Is it possible for it to be less than 5 watts?
Yeah, that's just a diode laser.
Yeah, I think that's what ours is. I've lost a freaking knife. That slip joint I just unwrapped. Y'all talk amongst yourselves.
Anyways,
So
I dance.
this is the one that started it all.
What is that little guy?
Well, this is the Moorish Mini Sputnik. So
Mini
Carco,
Sputnik.
I don't think this originated with Carco, but Carco had it, sold it or traded it to Milton, Mind of Milton, and he had it for a little bit. And then Milton was looking to sell it or trade it, and I had kept it. It always caught my eye. Like, I knew nothing about Moorish. I wasn't even really into customs at the time when I got this. Like, I was still learning the ropes, if you will. And then I guess Milton ended up trading it back to Carco. And then I forget how I ended up acquiring this from Carco, but I did. And as soon as I got it, I think I traded him. I don't know. I don't remember. This was probably 2 years ago. But this was the first one. This is the Mini Sputnik.
That started the sickness?
Yes. This
That's
is
a gorgeous little knife.
Custom.
Look how rounded those corners are even.
Yeah.
And they're rolled.
Back then, he's got updated equipment now, but back then this was like all done by hand on manual mills and shit.
What's up, bean sauce?
And then after that, this one popped up on Blade Binge. This is another Mini Sputnik. The thing also with him, like, they're all different. So
he doesn't do a lot the same, does he?
He does nothing. None of them are the same.
So it's a one and done, and he's off for a little variation of it.
Yes, they're all have little like this one is slightly thicker. It's got a different, longer back spacer. It's slightly bigger in general. It's got the holes in the scale. It's a thumb stud instead of a thumb hole.
And that makes everything he does harder. So he must have a totally different philosophy about his art than, wanting to just make a bunch of them.
About Morris too, he doesn't do blade shows. He's like, I think 30, 33, 35. If you look at his Instagram, it goes back like 13 years. He's been making knives since like his early 20s. Every single knife he's ever made is on Instagram too. So like, if you see one out in the wild, you can literally track it back to find out when he made it. What's
spell his last name? M-O-R?
M-O-R-R-I-S-H. His Instagram is Moorish Made.
Moorish Made. I'm there. I'm following now. Thank you, sir.
After that, I found this one. So this has a cool story. This knife was made in 2017.
Okay.
I found this knife on eBay. Like, it was like a bulk, like a, not just knives, but like a bulk collector seller. They always sold a bunch of knives, but this was listed as an unnamed custom titanium frame lock. But because of this, I knew that this was a Moorish knife. And I went
a gamble.
I did. I went through, I looked through his IG all the way back to 2017, which took me like 10 minutes to get to. And I was like, holy shit, it is
There's the knife.
His knife. Yeah. So being that it was from 2017, like, his process, obviously over the years, he got better and better. So I ended up sending this back for a spa day, and he like cleaned it all up. It was cool that I was able to like save this knife from the depths of eBay. He thought it was pretty cool.
Oh my! I mean, dude, that's an awesome story. I'm looking at his page, and my mind is blown. I'm gonna have to get off of it now.
This is the Courier.
So, if he does one and dones, he might have like 200 Couriers, but they're all different.
Yeah.
A little stylistic difference. I mean,
are most of his 7.5 and under?
No, he makes XL stuff too. Like
Okay.
Ryan Carco gets him to make XL stuff. Merceau gets him to make XL stuff. He'll make pretty much whatever you want if you have a book spot of an existing model.
Okay.
This one is an Apollo. This one came from Carco.
Is that Damasteel, I guess?
Yes.
I just not seen his bigger models. I've only seen yours, basically.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to find one and show it to you on his IG because all of these look like little guys too.
There's an XL. There's an XL version of this with no, it's an XL. Where is it? This is the one I got from Merceau. This is, I think you sharpened this one, Kyle.
Yeah.
But this is the regular sized Sputnik. There's an XL version of this that is like massive.
Oh, but that's plenty big. I mean, that looks like a full size knife.
Yeah, this is a full size knife.
So yeah, I thought that one was like, to me, for me personally, that's like borderline, like right on the line of too small.
A medium or small medium, real small.
Yeah,
I got you.
Because that's still sub 8 inches, right, Paul?
Yeah, this one's just shy of 7.5.
I was gonna say, because typically I'm like the low end for me is like 7 3/4 to 8 inches is where I like to be.
This is the Mini Mariner. He makes a big one of these too.
And the little blade nick is just stylistic.
Yeah, I think almost every knife he's ever made has that.
Huh.
That's just what he does. This one I rescued from eBay too. It's fucked up. I got this knife from eBay and the pivot was cranked so tight on it. And I was like, oh no. But it wasn't an issue. I think Kyle sharpened this one too.
I can't remember which one I know you sent me 3, and all of them are kind of basically the same. Or not the same, like same size.
A regular Sputnik, a mini Sputnik, and the Mini Mariner, I think.
Yeah, they were all roughly like in that 7 to 7.5 range. Is kind of where I was. Yeah. They're nice. They're well made.
Well, here's the thing. You can find, these are handmade customs. You can find them on the secondary between $400 and $600.
Yeah.
So, my book spot, this knife, this is the 3V Armor Core from Chad Nichols. The same clip. That's a zirconium backspacer. It's a special mosaic pivot. I don't know if he makes these or gets them somewhere. I have it on another knife too. It's also on this one. These mosaic pivots are awesome.
Yeah, those are cool.
This was $10.50. Like a full handmade book spot order.
Which I know that's a lot, but for a knife like that, that seems very fair.
Oh, it is very fair.
That's reasonable.
So like this brand new was like, I think $595, $600. That's 3B. So his pricing is super fair.
Well, the knives look, on his Instagram, it's amazing how many he's made.
Some of the best action in the game. And that's the other thing. He doesn't do shows, he doesn't like advertise, but his books are always full. And as you can see, you can scroll his IG for like 30 minutes straight and you still won't get to the beginning of when he started posting and making knives.
I think that's the fact that he's willing to work with people and change things up a little bit and not just be like, this is it. Because I had tried to get a custom from a maker a while back. It's about a year and a half ago, probably. And he had spots open. So it wasn't like he was booked out. And I kind of said, hey, this is the model that you make that I'm looking for. I just want a different blade steel and potentially a change on the handle, and he was like, "Nope." I'm like, "Okay."
He didn't want to change anything.
My money, no. I'm like, I wasn't asking for much. I wanted to change in blade steel, and I said I'd supply the steel if he wanted to.
That
So
looks bigger, doesn't it, Kyle?
What?
This knife I'm showing. I'm not sharing. Hold on. I'm sorry. I mean, I was trying to find on his Instagram knives that to me look bigger, and tell me if this one looks.
It's no like no special pouch, no like COA. It's just a blank COA in a like a plastic bag wrapped in a paper towel type shit.
That's an integral.
I like that.
Look at the back. I mean, it looks like the size of a PM2 maybe, but look at that.
Yep. I still think
you can find Carco's XL Sputnik on there. It's got a huge copper Mascus copper my blade on it. It's fairly early. I think you're pretty far back now.
I've been scrolling. I've been scrolling a while.
I still think one of my favorites that you have, Paul, is that Unkovsky.
Oh yeah, that was a steal too.
I know, but I love that the lines on that.
What's it called? Kyle, what did you say? The Alkoski?
Unkovsky.
Unkovsky.
UNCOVSKY.
I love the shape of that. And see, that looks like none of the other knives you've shown. That looks like a totally different.
Well, it is.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I dig that a lot.
I dig that a lot too. I like that thin look.
The action on this is insane.
So he does more of those knives, but just it wouldn't look exactly like yours. But like if somebody wanted to get a book spot for an Unkovsky, he would do one. It would just be uniquely different.
Well, Unkovsky makes pretty much only this model, but they're all also
different maker. I'm sorry. That's my brain. I got you. I got you.
I don't know that Unkovsky has books. He might, but he's.
I thought he dropped
Czech? No, not Czech. He's
Serbian?
Nope. Ukrainian? I think he's Ukrainian.
Maybe. One of the Eastern Bloc countries.
Yeah.
Unkovsky. I don't know how you spell that. I found it. Unkovsky knives.
Rob, shoot me an email and we can talk. I'm not sure exactly what you're looking for on price. Let's see.
Here's
what's up? What's up, Stovey?
Now that's more my speed. Nothing against what you were just showing.
Yeah, I love those designs.
OMG.
What's up, Rob? Yeah, he makes largely this. It's the same handle, different blade shapes, and then he like goes ham
on the engraving
and shit. Yeah.
Oh my god!
That's all handmade shit right there. It's just
so that's like hand engraved.
Yeah, yeah, he does all that himself. That's him and his wife in a garage doing that shit.
Speaking of Eastern Bloc and that area, Paul, I still want a Uldanov really bad. Have you had one of those yet?
I have not.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of great Eastern European makers out there.
To me, it's a better Shiro. And I'm not talking like like quantum basic entry level Shiro. I'm talking like nice Shiros.
Guys, this shit's unfreaking believable.
Hang on, Paul. I can't see it. The comments up there. All right, there we go.
This is a Cheburkov.
Yep, Cheburkov stitch. No, that's not a stitch. That's the
that's a toucan.
Yeah.
This is their own. We've talked about this steel before, Kyle. This is their own stainless Damascus ZDI 1016.
When that gets dull, ship that to me. I'd like to just test it.
I will. I'll be honest. I don't use this knife at all.
That's fine. That's fine then. Don't worry about it. I just like testing rare, random stuff sometimes.
Yeah. It is sharp though.
Listen to it suck into the body. I mean, that's just sick. Speaking of not sick, did y'all see what the Benchmade Gold class is this year?
Could care less.
It's the fucking I think what they do is they look at the knife they sell the least of, and they make it the gold class. It's that little flipper that looks nothing like a Benchmade. I can't even think of the name. It's so forgettable. There's a blue one and a red one. They're aluminum, and they're small. And then they made it the gold class.
Who's that,
like
Steve?
$1,000.
Who's that,
Paul.
Stevie?
Paul,
Yes.
the Ultimate Customs are just as good as Shiro Customs.
Yeah, I'm sure. Rob, RNK Rob has had an Aldenov. I think Smock has one too. Yeah. My only thing with those is they're front flipper only, which I don't hate. Like, my Trevor burgers are front flipper only, but
This is my least favorite.
First choice for me.
Yeah, it's not my favorite, but I tell you what, some of my favorite designers of all time make front flippers. Like,
yeah.
I'm a huge LeSpec fan. Remy Lavelle. Like, I love the absolute hell out of those.
Those French bastards do front flippers on everything.
And they make them, and I love the fact that they do the covered liners, so that way it's a completely symmetrical, gorgeous knife all the way through. Yeah. Like, it's just done so well. But they're expensive as hell, and they're hard to find at a reasonable price.
If you want something nice, you need.
Is it half of them don't have pocket clips?
Correct.
But
that's
yeah,
why you need to put your $1,800.
Telling myself that France is next on the country list as far as customs go.
What did you say that was, John?
It says that's only $1,800.
They're out their damn minds.
$1,800, but it's damn steel at 58 to 60. It's
Who cares?
60. I know. I'm kidding. Dude, it's to me, I can't figure it out.
It could be made out of my dead grandpa's bones, and I wouldn't buy it.
But a production knife for $1,800 is just, to me, and somebody will buy it. I'm sure people collect those like they do cases. The same type of strange people.
All right, here, guess the sound. Do you like tings? Guess the sound of a knife. You hear that?
Yeah, is that a FSD?
Nope.
Grimsmo?
Nope.
What is it?
One more time. Here's the ting.
Cheeto says sounds like an MTech. And Dr. Drew wants to buy your grandpa bone knife. Ooh, dude.
Full-time Mannix.
What?
What? Yeah. Is that white?
No, that was full tie, but this isn't done. This is still a project that's not been completed. Just
show it one more time.
Full tie with blue hardware and then Damascus or Damascus.
Looks like you still got the spaces, or those scales knurled or jimped.
And then the lynch clip.
That plug looks sick.
Dude, yeah. That's next level sick.
Wait till it's done.
Got a ting for you.
I'm trying to think what fires that hard.
Damn.
Javon's first guess on yours.
I would. Oh, FSD.
Well, how are you flipping that, first of all?
FSD.
Okay. I was going to say, because if that was off the top, those typically don't sound that well.
That one's beautiful.
Though. This isn't mine.
Yeah.
I like the Cortex XL better. I happen to have both of them here at the same time recently.
Dude, the Cortex XL
is round. Cortex XL is like
that's grail level.
This is amazing. It's hard to believe that something he makes could be better than this.
I thought the exact same thing.
Is like
blew me away. My buddy A to Z EDC, my local buddy, has both of them. And you know what he got in last week that I got to play with last night, but only for a minute, is the Hawk. Is it the Talus? What's it called?
Talon.
Talon. He got a Hawk Talon in that I'm going to get to do a review on, but I got to review his Cortex XL and his FSD. I think he got one or both of them from Paul.
I wish they had the Cortex XL in different milling pattern. But that knife
does that one, doesn't he?
That knife overall.
There's one on Blade Binge that's flat scaled, full stonewash, and it's
on Blade Binge.
Yeah, it might not still be there, but it's been there for a couple weeks. Good, decent price too.
To me, that knife is just perfect, though. Like I love everything about the lines of that knife. It
is totally
the way it angles, the way it feels.
Without the mohawk, but otherwise, it's absolutely perfect.
But it's one of those ones that's grail level because it's as close to perfect across the board that it's just.
Dude, the first thing I said when I handled it for the first time, I literally messaged the owner and was like, "This is basically the perfect knife."
Yep.
Is this one of them, Paul?
No, it has. It's a court. It's probably gone because it was a good price. It was $950 on there. It was a Cortex XL, no milling, just flat scales with the heavy stone wash. It was gorgeous.
Okay, that's a mini Cortex.
The other one that's like in my top 3 as far as perfect is a full size duck.
I've never handled a Utzler yet.
God, I want a duck so bad.
I do like the neutralizer better, but I feel like it's
I
like
don't.
a situation where it's like a FSD or the Cortex. Like they're both obviously amazing. We're like
I think it's
splitting hairs there.
Personal preference as far as what your eyes go to looks wise, but I love the lines of the duck, especially the one that's just like, what do they call it? Top vented, where it's just the lines at the top. It's not milled like all the way. It's not skeletonized. It's just those top milling. Those look great.
I don't like skelly stuff.
I don't either. Like to me, when that whole Edgerati came out, I'm like, why the hell are they making the Shaman paraframe? Like it looks like a cheap ass Gerber.
I thought the Edgerati was ugly as sin.
Yep. You're out of your mind, Cheeto.
So this is the next price drop of the night from TS Prof for their little Father's Day sale. They need to get these pop-ups gone. But this is the I've never used this one, the Cadet Pro, but it's marked down $100 to $398.
It's a good deal.
Yeah, I mean they seem to be moving these units out, and again it just goes through the 23rd. If any of y'all are looking for. I think they've got stones on sale. I think they've got all their stuff in the U.S. facility on sale. Ooh.
I might need to send this to you, Kyle. This was my newest acquisition.
Oh,
that's a sick blade.
This is a Steve SDK drop team. Yeah.
That looks so that they call that's a drop team, but that looks like the mini javelin.
It does. The difference is the poon.
Right.
It's basically the same as the javelin, except the poon is reversed.
And it's got a little bit more belly.
Yeah.
The belly
about the
same. Is it? I thought the javelin was okay.
Maybe the straight spine.
The newer javelins, like they are very similar. This is basically the difference.
Because that's got so much belly, it's almost a Tanto.
Yeah. And this was the standard heat colors. And of course I couldn't leave it alone. So we went green on the Zerkatai.
Nice.
Yeah, that's next level nice. I'll make it big while you roll it one more time.
So I might need to have someone make a nice bigger clip for it. But
what'd you do to the studs, Paul?
Wait, go back. Show it sideways. So it's completely flat, how it goes in the pocket. A little bit lower.
What do you mean?
The clip.
No, you got it right there. Because it was, there we go. You're talking about the very tip of it sticks up too much?
Well, no. So the because it's so short this way, the retention is not great. Like I had it like this, but then it was a pain in the ass to get in or out of the pocket. So, I mean, it came like this, and I bent it flat, but then it just wouldn't work at all. So now it's back like that.
I was going to say, because if you needed just the, I thought you were talking about the tip was too high. I'm like, you can just grind a little bit of that off.
Yeah, no, that's not the issue.
How would you match that color if you did a longer clip?
Well, this is just a circuit die that I refinished and re-anodized.
Ah. I don't know how that Zircuti works that you can add.
Yeah, it's just like titanium. I seriously, like Gavco, like I don't know why more people don't, or makers do it. Like they always default to the standard, like blue, purple heat anodized for Damascus, Zircuti, whatever type of titanium Damascus mix you want to talk about. But it's just like anodizing regular titanium. You can make it any color you want. I just happened to choose green for this. Yep. But I could have made it purple or blue or pink or whatever.
It just takes the color in those areas.
It's the exact same process as anodizing titanium.
You know what I think he's doing on those mosaics, Paul? From the way it looks, I think he's getting like a billet made of that mosaic, and then actually grinding in
the pins.
Yeah, or like the pivot. He's getting a mosaic like bar made of that, and then cutting it and having it ground off.
Because he makes all his own pivots. They're all like domed, so that would make sense.
Yeah, and then just put in the Torx.
Yeah.
So, see, I like some of Gavin's stuff, or sorry, Gavco stuff, but
I can recognize that.
I've heard so many horror stories.
What?
About customer service.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't know personally about Gavco, but like it's a broken record when it comes to makers, and I mean,
I know, but
it's not unheard of. Well, are we talking actual customer service or just communication, or
more like I've got something wrong? Can you fix this? And it never got fixed.
That I cannot speak on.
And again, I'm saying this secondhand, it's hearsay, but I've heard it from multiple people, and just like
it had their own experiences, right? So it's.
But the thing about that is, there's always two sides to a coin. So I don't know how I don't know how it was approached either. So, like, there could be extenuating circumstances there that were not.
Absolutely, that weren't fleshed out on both sides.
But,
well, I will say, ever since I got this knife, I've tagged him in every single post, and he's never once liked it. So,
and that's a little guy, isn't it, Paul? Aren't Gavco's knives? Because I've seen one of his collabs.
He makes some huge knives too.
Yeah.
Bob,
this one is not large.
That's one way to set themselves apart, and I would think that that's just. Again, the way I've always done business, it goes without saying. If you don't have customer service, you don't have really business.
All right.
It's 7.5 overall.
That's not bad.
Yeah, but the way it's canted, it kind of looks a little smaller. Like I was actually on the fence about. I traded for this. I was on the fence about it because of how this blade is canted like that. Like I feel like I would have liked it better. More straight as opposed to like that, but I love this now. Like I'm super happy. This grip right here is just
money.
It reminds me of? It reminds me almost like of a kitchen knife, the way your knuckles are out of the way.
Yeah, I was going to say it reminds me of my cuff.
Yeah, and not so much the actual blade shape, because his blade shapes are unique, but the way that profile goes from real thick down to thin. That kind of looks like the Olamic 247 a little bit.
It's a little Spidey chefy too. Yep.
Yep. And but yeah, Bob, I'm sorry. I do, because that's my background coming from customer service. Like to me, that's a huge ordeal. Like I want to be.
Same here.
I think it's how customers can be lost forever.
err on the side of like over communicating, or like it's
Right.
just I was currently in the middle of a situation with little to no communication, and like I'm finally getting something back that's been gone for 7 months with like zero communication. It's just some people are terrible at it, and I don't understand it because.
And
Like,
I realize that it's
I'm not saying it has to be perfect, but I'm just saying as far as communication, like I understand it's going to have irregularities, but I'm saying it if something comes up and I need something that's a defect or something that, you know, even I'm willing to pay for that needs to be done, I want to have someone who I can reach out to.
absolutely
Not so much just for. I don't want them just to pat me on the back and be like, "Hey, good job."
It's fine. It's supposed to be that way. Yeah.
I like having someone there that is there to help when need be, and we'll stand by their stuff.
What up, B Shady?
what up, Shady?
Yeah,
I'm
to me it
the same way,
says a
Paul.
lot about the
It's a
brand.
noticeable thing when there's a good communicator. It helps the whole brand overall too. Like,
Yep.
It's absolutely a thing. Isabella.
What's up, JoJo? Yeah.
It goes
So
back that problems are expected, but how the problem's dealt with is what makes a customer a
correct.
happy customer or a dissatisfied customer.
Correct.
And there are enough people to buy cool knives from that I don't think a maker can take their eye off the ball and hopefully not have a lot of problems. But if they do, address them, be upfront with them.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: don't sugarcoat stuff. Be honest with people. Treat them well, and you're going to have repeat customers. Do a good job, provide a good service, and they're going to come back. But if you're not willing to communicate with them, you could have the best service in the world or best product in the world, and why would someone want to come back to you? It's just a horrible buying experience, and especially because we talked about this the other night. This is all purchased with disposable income. This is collection stuff. This is none of this stuff is needed. This is all play stuff.
That's a fact, Jack.
And what happens too for like a lot of the newbies, you should not be buying knives if you can't afford to lose that money. That should be disposable play money. It's not coming out of your rent money.
Or your power bill money.
Yeah, don't be buying. No one cares whether you have bought a new knife this week. Like, just seriously take care of yourself. Use this as play stuff, and then you'll be a lot happier in the long run.
That's why, like, people know, like, last year, year before, like, I would have, like, a new knife in some form or fashion, like, every week or 2 or 3 times a week. I have only acquired 3 knives this entire year so far because I cannot, it's not in the means right now, and that's totally okay.
Yeah,
I've gotten more enjoyment. I was just
line where, like, I should probably pay my bills instead of buying a new friggin' knife.
I don't know that I've got a knife this year, Paul.
Huh?
I don't know that I've got one in 2026, a new one.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
But my thing is, like, so now what I do is I typically, if I get something or work on something, I'm actively like modding stuff, or I'm doing stuff to the stuff that I like because I weeded out so much that I don't like, or I know the stuff that I want I can't afford. So I just sit back and I'm like, okay, well, maybe one day, but not, I don't have to have that FOMO purchasing, but
I got over that. I used to suffer from it badly.
I'm more focused on buying stuff for other hobbies or stuff to putting money back into what I do for mod work, that, tools and that kind of stuff, that I'm not worrying about knives.
What's up, Dwayne?
Yeah, and
What's up, Shady?
It's more gratifying to me. I've had people that come into the knife store and say, I couldn't work here. I'd be spending everything on knives. It's just the opposite. It is absolutely just the opposite. I got you one of those, Kyle.
I heard I'm supposed to have a couple. Paul.
You do. You got them. I've got them right here in front of me. You want to see them?
Well, I'm going to put the one with the angels on the old microphone that Shane got, like the
this one.
Yeah, it's going to go in the Yeti cup with the fleshy end.
I didn't get one of those. I got these 2.
No, I have all these. Nathan sent me most of these.
Well, didn't Ryan have some of those?
No, these were from Nathan M.
Yeah, the other ones.
The other 2 were
okay.
Ryan.
Okay. Well, next time you send me a knife, send me one of those if you would.
I got
got
you,
stacks
bro.
of them.
And I also, speaking of which, here, let me show these off. I know that, I don't know if everyone's got one of these. I don't know if you've got one, Paul, but I was sending them out sporadically because I didn't have that many to start with.
Is it the green card?
Yeah, did I give you one of those?
Oh yeah, that thing's
Okay.
sick.
So the green and black ones, I've got more of those coming. I just ordered 100 of those. So those are going to start going out with orders.
Yeah, these are dope.
I might talk to you about those because I did mine through Canva. They suck.
Yeah, this is much better.
Yeah, those are much better.
These are sick.
Yeah, I'm going to start sending those out with every order.
I think it's probably got a 70 to 80% less chance of getting thrown away if it was given to a stranger. Not that that's what they're for, but if you were at a show,
Well, it's more likely to not get moved because it's
bucks you don't give.
This is what I've been sending out with every order since I got them.
nice.
I
I
love
just
it.
put a little fuck in with every knife.
Thanks, Double D.
Are those made out of wood?
Yeah, they're like laser cut out of wood. Yeah,
Those are very cool.
they are.
The reason I went the route of those cards like that, Paul, was because I think it's less likely to get chucked like a business card. And I'm over the stickers. So many people have so many stickers. Like, stickers are cool, don't get me wrong, but like, you run out of space and they get put away in the side and they get lost and everything else. That has a chance to get maybe potentially chucked in a wallet or chucked in a drawer.
I can guarantee you, if it was a regular business card, I wouldn't have been able to find it as fast as I did.
Right.
Now.
I'd like to do a test. And I don't think there's any way to test it, but I use my regular business cards, but I also use one of these. It's a dot. And so like at Blade Show, when I talk to a maker, they just hold up their iPhone or their Android and I just tap their phone and they would click save. My picture would come up and it would save all my shit. Now, will they ever go and find me? I doubt it. But this is an electronic business card that you can just tap it and they can just accept it. And you go in their contact list with everything that you populate it with. I just don't know what the recall rate of someone actually using that.
I've never even heard of that. That's like an NFS. What is it?
Yeah.
NFS?
Go to dot.com or dot.com. Yeah. This one's not a dot. This is a different brand, but it's it's an NFT, or if they don't have NFT, they can scan that. NFS, whatever it's called. Yeah, near field system or whatever.
Yeah.
The issue with that though is that would get buried in my contacts list, and I've got like 800 contacts on my phone.
That's what I'm wondering.
I would never look for their person because I would never see them.
Where you would have to consciously want to pull up Javon to find me again, and it wouldn't make me just sitting on your coffee table. Like, I've got a stack of cards sitting right here.
Yeah, Drew.
These are nice freaking knives right here that I'd never seen before. Rob Johnson.
Yeah. So what I originally was going to do, Paul, you remember that? So like, I send out the invoice / spec sheet with every order, and I was going to print that on the back of a business card. So my front would be normal contact information, and then the back I was going to write in the specs, kind of like a COA. But I was like, those are going to get lost as well too, and people aren't going to have them. And some people don't even give a shit about those spec sheets I send out. But for one, they know what they get at that point. They have a record of it, and it makes things so much more easy for streamline. Here's the invoice. Here's what I've done. Shows exactly what the process was. If you have any questions, you can reference back to that. I'll send it via email typically, so that way you have it saved. I think that's better than doing. That's why I didn't go the card route as well too.
Yeah, no, I remember the first time I got stuff from you and you sent me like 9 pages of what you did. I was like, holy shit, that's actually surprisingly professional. Like, that's the best name you could possibly have. Surprisingly professional. Have you thought about maybe doing it like, is it Holt or Skiff that does the digital COAs?
I don't have either of those.
Holt does like a digital COA where it's a what are those stupid codes called?
NFTs?
No.
I thought you were selling those type of cards.
The little square code, the
QR code. The QR code. Yeah. So instead of an actual COA with the knife, it's like a business card with the QR code on it, and that you scan the QR code and it brings you to their site, and it shows you the knife, tells you everything about the knife. That's your
I mean, that's neat. That's cool. It's kind of a different thing, but I still like having something physical.
card. It would be cool if they could put the QR code inside the scale or something. Not that you'd want to have to take your knife apart to identify it.
Oh, has the digital COA.
For me, cards, I've got cards in boxes in a closet or in a case that, I'd have to go dig for if I went to sell any of my knives. I don't have them all in a good place,
Well,
especially fixed blades.
I just keep them with whatever the knife is that way. But I don't plan on selling half the shit I've got, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I don't plan on selling really any of the stuff I've got, but
I'll
trade it.
Holt anything to do that besides like the overhead for the website or whatever to do
No,
that.
you can create QR codes for anything, dude. Like you can do that. You can put that online for any website URL, and you can create a QR code for it.
They're free apps. I think if you scan the QR code,
digital COA.
Yeah, all you do is you just type in. You go to a website. They're free. You type in the URL, and it'll create a QR code that you can download, and it'll then send people to that URL, allegedly. I've used them a few times, and they've taken me. I've had to use them, oddly enough, on printer setups. Like when I've got a printer that I use once a year, and I forget how to put paper in the motherfucker, and I have to go over and scan this little QR code that takes me right to the manual that's digital, which I think is helpful.
So, like for Blade Show, Shane couldn't remember. He's not going to remember to take people around to show them all the tables. So I went to his to his IG, created a QR code for him, sent it to him. So that way he could have it in his picture roll and just show people, and he could just scan this and take them to his IG. And
you were just able to do that by taking his @edgy American Blade and drop it into a.
No, you just go right to the IG page, and there's you click on the three dots, and there's a more section. You can create QR code.
I got you in your IG. You're right. You're right. You can do it in StreamYard too. You can create QR codes. I think we've got. Let's see. I've got Kyle's in there. Let me find it. Under widget.
Can I just say, since they're talking about Microsoft Word and shit, so I haven't had to look for a job in like 15 years. Like I've pretty much been working at the same place for the last 15 years, which changed fairly recently. So now I'm actively looking for a job, and my computer, I cannot even use Word anymore without having a subscription or licensing. I can't even open the Word document to write a single friggin' note.
But you can read it. It's read only. It sucks.
Yeah. So, but I can go. So I had to use the web browser to like create my resume again for the first time in like 15 years, which is a whole other can of worms because you have to hit the keywords for AI and shit or whatever. It's absolutely out of control. But I was able to create my resume via
LinkedIn,
via the web browser, right? Save it. I could save that to my computer, but I can't open it on my computer. So I was able to create it in a web browser and save it, and I can send it to people, but I can't actually open it on my own computer without having a Word license.
That's maddening.
If you want to, send it to me, and I'll reformat it and send it back to you.
I got it. I have a friend that was helping me with. I feel like a dinosaur at the moment, but yeah, I do have a friend.
I can help if need be with that. But
a few weeks ago, I went through it. I was like, I can't even open Word on my computer to write just like a single note anymore without having a license. It was just it's ridiculous.
I may or may not allegedly have a cracked CD with access to that on that I might be able to send you for a Windows machine.
Noted. Yeah, my friend, she's pretty hip to all that stuff, so I think we got it under control. But I will note it. Thank you, sir.
Google Docs, the Google suite, even though you're giving up data, I think it's a very usable suite. I use Google Sheets and I use Google Docs.
I don't even use Office anymore because I'm on Mac. everything, and I can convert everything and export it into Microsoft from a Mac.
Yeah,
So
the next computer I'm going to get is going to be a Mac. I know I'll have to relearn it, but just the ecosystem between the iPhone, my iPad, and the Mac is too easy, especially with the way I do everything on my channel on my iPhone. So I'll shoot a video on my iPhone, it's stored on my iPhone. Then I have to put it on my iCloud and then download it from my iCloud onto my laptop to upload it. Because if I try to upload it from my phone, it takes too long, and half the time it just gets screwed up. I had 3 videos go fucking live today because I didn't do them right, which is not a bad thing. It just means there were 3 days that they won't go live if I don't start shooting them.
Bob, I saw your comment earlier, buddy. If you want to do a lesson, hit me up and we can schedule a time and I can work with you one-on-one. It'll be like this. You'd be hop on like where Paul's at, but it wouldn't be like,
nobody be live.
It wouldn't be streaming online. It'd just be like us behind the scenes doing it. So you'd be able to see like hands-on what I'm doing. So
Paul, that happened to me about 2 years ago. Our entire management team at Spectrum got released because they did away with it because we basically were replaced by AI that we trained. And I remember training it, knowing at the time that I was basically training AI. But so what I did is I started just learning as much as I could about basic AI prompts and commands. And the thing I haven't done yet, and I need to put together like some type of menu, but go after small businesses to try to help them empower themselves because they're dealing with the same type of crap. AI is everywhere, and you can't really fight it.
The reason
that's why I lost mine.
Work at the place I worked for 15 years.
Yeah, me too. And when I lost my job, I knew that was why. They told us, because we were the digital team, that that this platform that we'd been using was basically autonomous or whatever. So instead of me updating my resume and going right back out there, I just took the other route and said, okay, fuck it. I can't put it back in the barn. Try to learn how to use it and then try to find a way, because you can even type in AI, help me monetize. This is my skill set. Show me 10 streams of income that can create me X amount of dollars and a startup time. And I mean, there's so much you can get out of AI, and we can't fight it anymore. I mean, you can just say, I'm not going to use it. Well, sure you can, but you're going to be at a disadvantage to everybody who's using it. That's just the fact. Yeah, it is, because you can't make the calculations.
I don't need to make calculations that fast.
Well, you've got a job that's protected because it's a skill. It's a hard skill that you can't replicate with a computer. But for someone who's in a job that's replaceable by AI, you can't really go out, and I can't learn a skill fast enough, as fast as I can empower AI to help me.
Speaking of which, I'm going to go get a beverage. I'll be right back. Anybody want anything?
I'm going to open my cherry Dr. Pepper. They don't sponsor me, but they should. If y'all not had a cherry Dr. Pepper, they're freaking delicious. I don't like cherry Coke. I don't like cherry anything really. Except for cherry Dr. Pepper.
Cherry Coke is like the best Coke. Cherry Pepsi is the best Pepsi. Cherry Sprite and 7-Up is like the best Sprite.
See, I'm a recovering alcoholic. I haven't had a drink in probably 11 years, and I used to be a Crown and Coke guy. So for me, Pepsi was always, I can taste the difference in a blind taste test with no liquor in it, and I was just always anti-Pepsi.
What's that got to do with cherry stuff?
Well, it just does, because the cherry to me, especially if you get it from a fountain, but the cherry to me is more fake than it tastes mixed with however many flavors are in Dr. Pepper. I think it's just as simple. You get stuck on something if you've got ADHD and you can't vary from it. Because now every time I get a plain Dr. Pepper, it tastes like it's missing something.
The fountain cherry additive was always better, though. For sure.
Oh, the machines that you could go in, you could plug it to add you a couple of shots of this or a couple of shots of that. I'll tell you what I've seen on YouTube that looks fascinating, but it looks disgusting at the same time. Evidently in Salt Lake City, Utah, there's a craze on these coffee soda shops.
Dirty stuff, yeah.
Yeah, those are sodas, right, that they make? Yeah, I don't get that. Yeah, and baptism, anything that's got the cream in it, I'm a no-go. Whether that's a vape flavor or it's a cream soda. I know they're delicious to some people, but for me, it's just not a profile that I can wrap my arms around.
That sounds disgusting. Root beef.
Now I can drink some root beer. Root beef.
I love root beef or root beer, but root beef sounds nasty.
You know what sounds pretty good though?
Got nice root beef.
A real steak and cheese with a big old side of hot ice juice to dip that son of a bitch in.
I heard you said you had a cherry Dr. Pepper. I think that is the strangest thing that they did was start making different flavors of Dr. Pepper. Like it's its own flavor.
It's like 68 flavors, I think. It's more than that. It's
Speaking of
28, was that the 46? Was it 28 or 46?
It's a bunch. Let me Google it.
Speaking of cherry, though, this is the best cherry. 7-Up cherry. This tastes like a damn Shirley Temple.
Yeah. Cherry anything of all. I mean, I haven't drank soda in like
anything white and clear. 23 specific flavors is the winner of that question.
23. Okay.
Yes, sir. See, Bob Chisholm, I've seen the strawberry cream, and because it has cream in it, to me, it dulls the zap. I'll tell you what I've gotten into is the white peach Red Bull, which is a seasonal flavor. I didn't think I'd like it.
Ooh, I have not tried that.
It's in the red can. It's confusing. Oh,
that sounds amazing. But the issue I have is like with a lot of those. So like I don't drink caffeine, so I have to have something that's caffeine free, and I typically drink something that's sugar free as well. And a lot of those, especially flavor ones, they don't make that in caffeine or sugar free, or one or the other. But yeah, but going back to what he said about plum, it's also plum / black currant. It's got a little bit of that kind of aftertaste to it. But
see, to me, plum tastes totally different than black currant. I
agree, but it's kind of that blend of the two to me.
Yeah, I guess. I think it was when I was a kid. Plum juice was always to make you when you were constipated, and I got fed that shit when I couldn't shit, I guess. Ooh. It's a bigger knife.
This is the Berg Gollum prototype from Blade Show.
Nice.
Yeah, this is amazing.
So is that a custom, Paul?
No, this is from Berg Blades. This is
from BERG.
Yeah, this is they brought back the Gollum, and they did a couple.
How big is that? That's considerably bigger than the Mini, right?
Oh yes, I have the Mini right here. The Gollum is where it started, and he made the regular size that Javon has, and the regular slim, and then the Mini slim. But they all came from the Gollum, and I won't, for fear of Terry's eyes, I won't bring out my original Gollum, but he's bringing it back.
And originally, Berg started out with fixed blades and that little bottle butcher, where his first thing he did, he had a fixed blade about like the Gollum
laying around here somewhere.
Because I remember talking to him on IG, like, God, this was like 8-10 years ago when I saw his one of his fixed blades, and I was like, "What the is that?" And I found out that was Berg, and I reached out, but he wasn't making them for people anymore at that point.
Yeah, he's a cool guy too. He'll talk to you about pretty much anything. Well, this was the original Gollum.
That's a chunk.
Yeah, these were technically mid-techs, but there are. I think it was a Wii OEM back in the day. This is like, I don't know, Terry, 2019, 17, maybe 16. So he streamlined it a little bit and changed a couple of features. But this was a prototype from Blade Show Atlanta.
I like the redesigned blade better.
I do too.
I do too. I think it looks better. I like that fuller.
It is better. Like you can tell there's updated processes and shit. Like this thing is a chunk, and it's a little stiff. The lock bar is pretty stiff, and the action's not as great. This is like super dialed.
9 years of evolution between the two, right?
Yeah, the lock bar. Don't look, Terry. Lock bar on the skull. This thing is like, this may as well be like a DSK lock bar or something. It's super stiff.
Yeah.
And it just like sticks out over here a little bit. It's stiff as shit.
At least it's not two hands closing.
Yeah, no, don't have to do that. But it is super stiff.
What's up, Robin? I didn't see you pop in, bud.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's wild is we've got several small ZTs at the store that I cannot open. They're flippers, and the lock bars are so sensitive, and I know how to hold a knife, that I cannot deploy them with one hand. The regular flipper, I lock it up just like a vault.
Yeah.
I instantly put it up.
I want to see what I was working on this week.
Peanut.
Yeah, there's Peanut.
That reminds me, I need to leave Tippy. Let Tippy in. I'll be right back.
Were you saying something, Kyle?
I was going to say I was going to show off what I was working on this week, but I'll let Peanut have her stage. What? She always looks like she's ready to kill.
Look at that thumb. No, she's chilling. She hates being held and stuff, but she's pretty accustomed to me holding her up to the camera. But I think she's a little autistic. She hates being held or picked up or anything like that. But
I think it's just the eyes. Her eyes always.
Yeah, her eyes are stunning, dude. Is she a tuxedo or is she black? That's your arm. Okay, she's full black.
Yeah.
I think that's childhood trauma from running into that Black Panther that I told that story about. But I think that's her eyes are what's haunting me.
I'll tell you the one that used to be painful for me to use, but worked out to be just as smooth as my Slim Midi. My Slim Midi used to put blisters on my finger.
All right, here we go.
We got
here are the handles I've been working on all week.
Oh shit!
Damn, that looks like granite.
It turned out pretty slick.
I'll say it turned out very slick.
Material too, or you bought?
I'm sorry, no. These are actually the scale materials made by Shane.
Oh, nice.
And he made the whole entire material, put it on here, and then I was doing the cleanup work and polishing them and sanding them and getting them to look like this.
Those look sick.
Yeah, those are.
Oh, I think that is the Homestead.
Yeah, that is a Homestead. This one's going to Bob DeMarco.
That scale work, Kyle, is next level.
Yeah,
it looks to me like stone,
nice on those.
like polished stone.
It definitely looks like a granite or marble or something.
Yeah, it turned out nice. I like them. And these, what's crazy? These never went to a buffer.
No,
that just is all hand,
done by hand, and a little bit of beeswax, and then buffed it off with by hand. And I'm saying not going to a mechanical buffer.
Just rubbed it off. So how many? And not hours. That's a lot of different. I would say grits.
Yeah, that was like probably 8 to 10 grits, and that was like an hour's worth of work.
Like your elbow was killing you when you're done?
No, my back was hurting, but the elbow was okay.
Did you do all that on the knife too?
Yeah,
that must have been fun.
It's not bad, honestly. So I've got a system set up where I obviously tape the blade off, and then I've got here. Let me grab it. I've got an old stick that's a 2x2 that I take an F clamp, mount it to my desk like this on the desk. Then I'll put on the very edge right here. I'll hang the blade off of this, so it'll hang. I mean, obviously, I've got it taped and I've got it wrapped in a towel, but I'll clamp this to the board, and it holds off the end of my desk, and I can do flat sanding this way, flip it, do the other side. Nice. So I'll go through all the grits on this side, flip it, do the other side, then the underside and the top side I do by hand, holding it, but that's not bad.
Nice.
Very nice.
Very, very simple setup, and it works phenomenal for a knife vise.
So the guy I work with, Tate, bought one of these yesterday, except his is drop point. Have y'all seen these Strider fixed blades?
Yeah.
His is a drop point, though. That handle's too short. The handle needs to come out further. It's a bizarre little
It
build.
looks like his knives, so it's kind of how he does shit.
Weird shit.
It does look strange.
I am getting ready to.
That's not Tippy, is it?
That's Tippy.
I thought Tippy was like a tabby.
No, that's Puck. Puck's gone missing. We don't know where Puck is. When I went to Blade Show,
At
Puck
your
got,
mom's house, right? Puck is the little.
no, the
little
little gray
feral
ones.
guy.
The little gray ones, my mom's is Cooper. Puck.
Cooper. That's right.
Yeah, Puck was one that came by here and he was just visiting. And then when I went to Blade Show, he didn't come around when Mom was here. And I haven't seen that little bastard. But he was just always a visiting cat. He never stayed the night. He stayed the night a couple times when it stormed. But he was a little sketchy. He was definitely feral. Tippy, we've had Tippy since she was probably 4 weeks old. She was the last of a surviving kitten out at my ex-wife's car dealership that didn't get run over. So my ex-wife trapped it and brought it home and threw it in our laundry room for 2 weeks.
You were asking Paul about making the scale material or putting them on. I'm hopefully by next week sometime, I'm going to have another one that I actually did completely scaled, and I'm doing segmented scales on one that I'll be able to show off, but on another homestead actually.
How are you making those?
What do you mean?
Like, what are you pouring them?
No. I got all the material. No, so segmented means that you got a bunch of different parts. So so I'm actually taking them, cutting them, squaring them up, putting them all together, gluing them together, waiting for them to dry, epoxy them, then put them on, shape them, and then I'm doing removable hardware.
Like
okay.
Aries does a lot of segment. Anybody who makes it always boggles my mind how people make them exactly identical. Like my brain cannot comprehend how people do that.
You know the easiest way to do that, Paul?
I don't.
Is if you get instead of getting it's like this. So instead of getting a piece of scale material, that's 1/4 inch or whatever, you get a block that's 3/4 to a full inch. Cut it, put it together, and then you cut it. You resaw it so they match exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That's how the guys do it that are doing like a bunch of them.
Yeah. I get it now.
It's more intense than that, right?
I can't see that very well, but
okay.
The screen up.
I don't know how to do that. Let me see if I can find a bigger picture.
Well, I don't want to show it because the person was here earlier, and I don't know if they're still creeping, so I don't want to show it.
You don't have to show it.
But it's going to be.
I'm going to share this right here and tell me if this is similar to the technique, if it shows.
Similar, yes.
I mean, I know the technique where you got different materials lined up together. Gotcha.
This is going to be not. I don't want to phrase it. Not like that as far as wildly different from front to back. It's going to be more of a front and back are matching with a unique middle and damn it, Crispy.
What up, Crispy?
There's Crispy. It's for Crispy, so I can't show it or talk about it too much because I know he's here.
Crispy's got the best view of anybody I've seen on Instagram where he chills. Ain't that right, Crispy? I'm going to take y'all one more second over to...
He didn't know that, by the way. He thought he was getting plain scales.
And it's pinned. Kyle's link's pinned at the top. But this runs through the 23rd. Like the Pioneer system for $246. All the clamps are on sale. So if you've already got a system... Not all, but everything that's not sold out is pretty much marked down. And again, if you haven't thought about getting a system, but $250 for a TS Prof, even the Pioneer, is, in my opinion, a great deal. I think Kyle will probably say that the Cadet's a better system at $398.
Nice lyrics, Terry.
Kyle, which would you say is a better deal, the $398 or
the Cadet is definitely a step up from the Pioneer. the whole range is that way though. Like the difference between the cadet and like the KO3 is a huge leap. So,
Right.
but the difference between like a pro adjust and the Pioneer is a huge leap as well too. So I think at 250, if you're just wanting to get your feet in the water,
the Pioneer is the way to go.
Yeah, if you want to do it and have a little bit better experience, then probably the cadet.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't grow out either. Because this is just the basis. I mean, if you want the angle finder, it's $298.
I mean, it's a little more work, but shit, I did a year and a half. No, it was probably 2.5 years on the cadet.
I felt like at first I was a lot better with my Blitz than I was with my Pioneer. And I think it's just because it's the difference in the clamps moving versus the arm moving. But I think now I've got the Pioneer using my tape method.
Well, the Pioneer is objectively a better system than the Blitz. The Blitz was their way to do an entry level.
Right.
And it ran its course, and it's, from my understanding, unless something changed in the last communication, it's no longer going to be. The Pioneer is now going to be the entry level.
Right.
So,
and when you look at a Work Shark, that again, I got the when I got the Work Shark, then I watched Jared's video about the Gripmatic stone holder. I got that. I got the little thing that you put under the clamp to keep it from wiggling. It still wiggled a little bit. And then when I got my Blitz and then my Pioneer, it's just night and day in terms of the build quality. And what I didn't do that I've started doing now is my Pioneer came with a C clamp, just a little C clamp that I never used. But Kyle was telling me that might be wiggling it. So I clamp it on my table now so it doesn't move at all. And I get great edges with it. And I'm not good at shit like that.
You'd be better off spending $6 to $8 and go to your local hardware store and get an F clamp. F clamp's much stronger than a C clamp, and it's going to be tremendously more stable.
F clamp. Let me Google that. Hold on. I need to go to my hardware store anyway. Okay, that's the one that looks like you just click it and stop it.
It's right here.
Oh yeah. So, and that just sticks out under your table. You just have that long part sticking low.
Well, you can get small ones too.
They make them 6-inch long, they make them 12-inch long, whatever. But here's the thing: you just bring this over your table, and as long as this is called the throat, as long as this is wide enough to fit your base to here, that's all you need. And
it's just going to, by nature, the way it's designed, grip tighter when you clamp it down.
Yeah, it's got more gripping force.
Yeah, because turning that C clamp's a pain in the ass.
This one's smaller. I got a tiny one too. They have them where it's like a lever action too instead of turning it.
Yeah, that's the ones I've seen are lever actions. As a matter of fact, I've got some of those. I forgot. I've got some yellow and black ones. Who makes the yellow and black? Is that Home Depot or it's one of those?
It's either DeWalt or might be a Pittsburgh if you got it from Harbor Freight.
Well, I was the guy. We were.
Yeah, it does, Bugsy.
We were at Knives and More one day, and John, the old dude, was looking at Lowe's website of cases, and they had a case mispriced at $9.98. Well, when you clicked on it, it took you to a little roller, like that you would put a paint roller on. It's just the frame. And I was like, guys, that's not a knife. It's it's a roller. And they're like, no, we're going to order it anyway and just see if it comes in. So sure enough, we all ordered this $9.98 case, and I've got the roller. I'm the only one who hasn't taken mine back to Lowe's yet. So I need to go down there anyway to Lowe's and take that $10 roller back. Unless somebody needs like a 6-inch small roller to do some painting at their house, I'll send it to you for free.
I'm good.
I figured you'd be good. I don't paint. That's one thing homie don't do good.
I've got set up to do that. I don't need that.
Are you spraying?
I've got both.
Isn't spraying the only way to go if you've got both? Like, would you go or not?
No, it depends on what you're doing.
I guess overspray would be a problem. You're right. I got you. I'd go Spyderco, but that's if I was forced. Is that to sharpen?
No,
I had the
he's talking about if money was an object, what would you get, the 50th anniversary native or that new gold class Spyderco?
I'll tell you what we got in today, Bugsy. We got 2 Spyderco Autonomies in. Autonomy 2, I'm sorry. Y'all know that one, right?
Yeah, the automatic.
Yeah. It's got a, I would call it a weak automatic. I work around Protex, Benchmades, ZTs. ZTs kick like a mule.
There's not many Spydercos left that I'm interested in. I think at some point I'll probably pick up a Gale Bradley too, and probably pick up a Snock in a sprint run steel.
There's a Gale Bradley that's just gorgeous.
Yep, but I want because I want to get the Putnam scales for it. No, sorry, Parsons scales for it.
I've been doing the quality of life mods on a lot of Gale Bradleys lately because their lockbar access is trash.
Dude, have you seen the Parsons scales for it?
I don't think so.
Oh my god, let me pull them up.
Titanium? Actually, I think I have.
Yeah, hang on.
It's like they got like a spiral mill, right?
Ripple, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like the action on the Gale Bradley for some reason, but I haven't spent a ton of time with it.
I've had like 5 Gale Bradleys in the last month and a half to open up the lock bar access. So I know a guy.
Here you go, Paul.
Ooh.
Here, let me zoom in.
Those are like,
sick.
Yeah, those are sick wavy looking scales.
Is that a Gamma Steel blade too?
Yeah, that one is.
Are those scales $104?
Yep.
That's not bad at all, actually.
Who cites that?
Parsons.
Parsons makes sick stuff. They got some Sage 5 scales too, right?
Yeah, that's what I originally found them on these, the fluted, those guys.
Yeah, those are sick.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I've never seen this company before.
The issue with them is he only does like limited runs and drops on them, and he only he'll change models. So he's been doing the Sage for like the last year. He just started doing the Bradleys again. He used to do them a long time ago. Hell, he did them for a long time ago. He did them for PM2s, PM3s, Manixes, but he does them just randomly for whatever he feels like getting made.
Is this the knife that went to help Alzheimer's patients that had carbon fiber G10 scales? I think I've got this knife, the Sage 5, the lightweight. I like that. I don't think it'll fit my knife.
Did you just pull up the same website I had up?
I did, but I was looking at the Sage 5, but it's a Sage 5 lightweight.
Gotcha. Well, Bugsy, that's why you get new scales, buddy.
Bugsy hooked a brother up at Blade.
Terry, tell me when you're ready, man.
Put a 50-50 choil in my Techno 2.
Check those out.
Did you ever hear back from old boy about choils?
No. Yes. He said he would send me them eventually.
I did. So what I told him,
he said you left the heel unsharpened for the choil.
Yeah, because I wasn't going to take it back there and just punish that plunge. So what I told him was I was going to leave like a 16th to an 8th kind of factory and just not take it all the way back there because one, based on the angles he wanted, there was no reason to do that. And 2, if he wanted to have it modded later, he could do it that way. But that way he got exactly what he wanted. I didn't take the integrity that I felt because those things, those are like almost 26 factory
degrees.
Yeah.
Per side or?
Yeah, per side. So if you take those lower at all, that plunge comes in super quick.
I did not know that, actually.
Yeah. Even like, dude, if you're taking to like 22, 23, you can get a smile on the first sharpening.
Wow. Do people just not sharpen all the way back? Bugsy, I love them, buddy. I think they're fantastic.
Nice.
This is in for me to try and fix somebody else's shit mod job.
I always wanted a Nirvana. What is that?
He sent this to somebody to try and give more
Follow
lock
that out.
access I get, and this is
Holy
all
shit.
fucked
Looks like a
up.
cracked up beaver cheated up.
Yep. So I don't exactly know what I'm gonna do, but that's why it's here.
The only thing to do would be to lower it a little bit and try to polish it back out and match it. I mean, there's not much.
There's some facets on it. I mean, I can really only make it less shitty than it is. So
Right.
there's no fixing it.
Right. I mean, you can't add material. And that's kind of.
Yeah, especially on an integral too. Like there's very, very limited at what I can do with it.
But you can do something nice. Looking at Bugsy's chopped smock, if you can put your skill on it and make it look 100 times better.
Well, that's kind of the conversation I had with that gentleman, Paul, was like, I don't want to take the integrity of the knife away. Like if you ever decided you didn't want this or you wanted to sell it, then you don't want to have a point where you can't come back from. I can't add later. Like that's a mod that you have to decide that you truly want. And I don't want to ruin the plunge by doing that. So if you want to add it later, great. But like,
I'm going to show y'all something if I can find it. If any of y'all like the design of the Borka Microtech stitch, that little M stitch that just came out, the mini, is the schniz.
I like that blade, and I like it in I guess in theory or in practice, but not so much with the handle and the locking system. Like if they made that in a frame lock, better blade to handle ratio, I would be more interested in it.
A frame lock mini stitch.
I can totally get that.
Because the blade shape,
the Morpheon Select's out there. So here it is. Hold on a second.
What up, Knife Nut 69?
What's up, Knife Nut? Yeah, I'm just not the issue with the stitch.
Oh, you son of a gun.
Especially the ram lock, but even on the auto, is just that such a huge toilet. Just the blade to handle ratio is so bad.
It is, but on the mini, for some reason, Kyle, the blade to handle is not improved, but it's not as horrible. So it almost looks like it's overbuilt. I don't know if it's going to show it or not. That choil, but this shows you how much more petite it is. Look at that little guy. I mean, it's perfect.
Paul, I'm going to play a game. I'm going to show you something.
It doesn't fix the blade handle.
No, but that's better. I'm going to show you something, Paul, and I'm going to give you 3 seconds. You have to, yes, you, Paul, and you have to guess what is different. You ready?
Yep. Wait, bigify him though, because it's small on my screen. All right, go ahead.
1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000.
Yeah, I got it. I saw 2 different things.
I know what it is.
The pivot and the backspacer. There's missing the backspacer and just a fancy show side pivot.
Nope, still got the backspacer in there.
Does it?
Yep.
Oh, okay. But the show side pivot
and the rear side pivot,
like a null pivot, and what?
And the back side is different too.
Did you just blast those?
No, those are not stock. That looks like a
No.
null pivot almost.
It is. I was just messing around with it, and I was giving Shreeve some shit. I was like, because yeah. So it was more of, hey, this fits. Let's see if I can get him angry at me.
It looks kind of good.
It does, but the problem is it's not.
You got to
it's not
find some
flush.
voodoo studs to throw on there real quick.
But see, it's not flush.
Oh yeah.
It sticks out a little bit, so I'd have to do a little work to make it right. I'm not going to do that.
Throw
I just
some
want-
voodoo studs on there for shits and gigs.
Yeah, I've got. Okay, Rob, I'll check Instagram then. Yeah, I had emailed you a long time ago, but it might not be at.
Knife nut. Why'd you take the
Yeah,
one in your eye?
It looked
didn't.
like it was missing when you first.
Maybe
showed
just
it. That's why
the
I said
angle
it.
I was holding. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's there.
Yeah, it looked like it was missing.
Anybody looking for a Magic Whiskers 2?
That thing's huge, right?
Dude, it's a giant. I want to say it's
I always thought it was a
44
cool
blade,
shape. They are like huge.
and you've got to use the butt of your hand to wiggle the back part of the scale instead of the front bolster. This one you got to kind of push with the thumb of your hand or the butt of your palm to get it to go like that. This is an impulse buy that didn't have a lot of forethought put into it.
I don't know if you saw this, Kyle, but there. But I had Boston the mirrored wedge on mine,
Nice.
Damn.
and I did
Mike-
the satin
I was going
clip.
to say your clip looks different
Yeah, I
too.
did the satin clip and satin back spacer.
Mike does good work.
He really does.
That wasn't an attack at him earlier when I was talking about it.
I
but
know.
He definitely specializes in that. But there's
Yeah.
someone else I was talking about that is like that.
Yeah, he did. I had him do the mirror edge and then the mirror wedge.
I want to talk to you about that offline too. So remind me. I just was curious on his pricing structure.
That's such a great knife.
It's amazing. This was
I want
like
to get one of those. I don't own one.
this was
I've
my
only played with them at Blade Show.
last year.
Yeah, I've probably I was going to do some mod work to this, but I think I'm going to keep it stock just because I love the original look of it and just a plain Jane so much that
You carry and use that, don't you, Kyle?
Yeah.
I use it occasionally. I'm not a
You're light use.
I'm not a hard owner, but
Yes.
hard user.
Boston Blade Works, yes.
These are such a damn good knife, though. I remember, so like before they were released, I had the prototype in for quite a while, and I did sharpening on a couple of the prototypes before they went out to some reviewers. And I when I got it in hand, I was just like, I fell in love. I was like, dude, this is a freaking home run. This is something that
It's a once in a
it could be a staple of your line for years to come. Like
yeah, it
always
could be
keep
your
coming back.
defining.
That's what happened to me too. He sent me the prototype. I had already liked the design, so I did the pre-order, and then he sent me the prototype to do some work on, and I was like, hell yeah, I'm so glad I pre-ordered this thing because it is amazing.
Yeah.
Sharice's got his shit in such a clean pile when it comes to design work. I mean, from what he's designed in the past, the way he's taken that into his knife design.
Sure does.
I mean, the details make the difference, and he doesn't miss a lot of details.
Yeah.
I agree,
Well-
Knife Nut. It's an absolute winner.
The difference, and you can call it what you want. I'm going to toot his own horn. The difference between him and a lot of people who get OEM work done is the fact that he is a trained designer. He knows
What
How to make-
friction points, pivot points, and how
He has
to
the
operate.
schooling in the background of an actual design.
well, and it's mechanical design. So he's actually putting in the work to figure out where things work. Like the first comment that I had sent to him when I got this knife, the prototype in was, dude, I can't believe you did a screw and stop pin. I freaking love it. Because people
Said that too.
people don't realize what that does. A, it makes it stronger. B, it gives you tuning ability, and it's just an overlooked.
People got comfortable milling it in. I mean, why would you? It's so much more structurally better to have a screw in there, right? Is there any disadvantage to having it screwed except for you see the screw?
No,
I don't think there's anything either, and I think it's responsible for that ting or has something to do with it.
With the stop pin like that.
Yeah, and I mean everything on it, like as far as the pivot placement, the studs placement, like
the clip
is phenomenal. But everything on it is just ideal. Like it literally.
There's not a single sharp corner anywhere on the knife. It's got the landing spot under the clip. Like for like his, not like his first premium, but like the premium Manganus like debut. He like checked every single box.
I think you're exactly right, Paul.
Here's the biggest kicker too. The price point. Yeah. The price point was massive for the ability to sell the way it did, because in this day and era of everyone overpricing the shit out of OEM work knives, he came in at a fair price for it. Yeah, he's doing all of his knives going forward are going to be that way. He's doing them set up to where they will accept.
Yep.
What is list on a plain Jane, if you don't mind me asking? I could Google it, but you're right.
$289.
Under $300.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, they're.
I didn't realize what time it was. I got standing engagements every Saturday morning, so I'm gonna cut out here. But
hey, man, I'm glad you joined us.
I appreciate you having me. I would love to do it again in the future if you'll have me.
You're welcome anytime, my brother.
Sounds good.
We get together Tuesday nights and we get together Friday night.
Sounds good. Y'all have a good weekend too.
You too, Paul.
See you, Paul.
Later.
Take care, brother. You know what I'm not loving as much as I thought I would?
What?
A little hinder.
Really?
I like it. Fine. It's just not something that I love. I love my little knife. I love Jacob's little knife. And I love Gary's little knife. I really like the Hinder, but maybe it's just so familiar and it's not super thin. I mean, it cuts well.
You know what I think you would make that knife a lot more special to you and you would like it more?
Hollow it.
No, not even that so much. Rescale it and get a better sheath.
The sheath, you're exactly right. The scales could be a problem unless somebody like you or Shane made them for me, because I reached out to Hinderer, because if you look at the scales on their flash points, some of them are contoured and full scales. They're not interchangeable, according to Hinderer. I can't just order a set of the contoured scales, and that might not be what you're suggesting. With longer hardware,
as far as like getting some scales that look,
somebody custom makes them.
Yeah, that look better, that aren't shadow box, that, you know.
I think you're exactly right. The shadow boxing is what does it to me on the bad side.
And also getting a sheath that fits better, maybe for a pocket dropper, have Terry make a leather sheath or something.
I thought about that, and ironically, it carries fine because I'm the weird guy that carries it in my back right pocket. The sheath would make it nicer, for real. But I think the bigger negative for me are the shadow box scales. Even though it carries thinner.
Show it up close, if you would. Pull it up to that camera.
I'm trying to get where it'll focus on it. Oh.
I can't see the hardware. Is the hardware?
It's a hex, like a one size barrel. So it's the flat on one side. I've taken them off.
Okay.
I just think to do better scales, I need longer hardware. I thought Hinderer could get me a bolt and hardware set that probably cost me $100 and something bucks. But I think the knives are made differently.
Well, once you take that out of there, just measure. You can put whatever hardware in there you wanted.
Yeah, exactly.
But
dude, the thing is, I've got
Terry said if you sell it, he wants dibs on it though.
Yeah, Terry will have dibs on it if I sell it. That might be one that eventually gets sold. Although I haven't sold any hinderers yet. Who knows though? I need to start selling stuff or trading stuff. I've traded a few knives. I traded my Finches off for a couple of Andrew's knives at Lucky Dog Knife Company. Because I didn't realize he collected Finches, and I'd been trying to kind of sell them just to anybody who was looking for them. They were like the first 7 Finches that came out, or the first 6.
I'm gonna sell off a few of mine. I think I showed them off a week or 2 ago, but I'm gonna
show them again if you want to, if you got them close.
All right, one that's gonna go is.
I'll make you big while you talk. Hold on.
The custom Rosalinda.
I can't believe you're letting that go.
And Squatch green with blacked out hardware. That probably, depending upon what I ask for, what I get for it, probably the full tie skinny XM24 with the BGM regrind and.
Is that in the 750 range?
Updated hardware.
I don't know what XM24's cost. I know
they're for G10, they're $595.
Okay, so it'd be $795 to add a scale to it.
And then
if you bought it new.
And then hardware and then
$125 if you got a clip.
Yeah, and then hardware and regrind, but I'm not gonna ask that much for it. It's gonna be considerably less.
That's a beautiful knife though. You got pictures of the smock waiting for you, Rob.
Okay, I'll check it out. I'm probably going to get rid of this too, the Alacron.
Maddie say you ain't telling him no prices.
These are bead blasted scales by Satu.
Is that carbon fiber around the pivot?
Yeah, carbon fiber around the pivot.
That's the best looking pinion I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's my favorite too because it's his largest that he makes.
How does Maddie get numbers? How does he get prices for these?
He reaches out and talks to me.
You know better. Quit talking to cactuses in the desert. Reach out to Kyle.
I'm going to. It's not this scales, but it's this blade. I'm going to be selling a Maximit PM2 with the standard stock G10 scales. This has an edge on it, but it's in very good shape. It hasn't done really much cutting at all and hasn't got much patina at all.
What's going on above that pivot? Is that a screw-in stop pin?
Yeah, that's what all PM2s that way.
Okay, I didn't know that. I'm an idiot. Let me look at one of my PM2s.
And then, and I haven't decided yet. This is a maybe.
That's a Jaeger.
Yeah, that's a maybe. V2.
That's the same one I've got. I love that one. I think that's one you should keep, but I'm not voting.
Yeah, I know. This is one of my. That's a questionable one. I think that's probably it for now. I think that's probably it for now.
Those are sweet knives, though.
Yeah, so like roughly, okay. So if you need prices, the PM2 with stock G10 scales Maximit, I would do for $170. And those are like $240 new.
Yeah, that's a screaming deal.
Alacron, these were like $289 or $2 something like that. I don't know. I'd have to look and see what they're going for. Like $215 on this. Rosalinda, I don't know what these are now. I think these are like $215, $220 new, plus all the work that's done on it. That
one really surprises me that you're letting that one. I thought that was one of your babies. That was
it is, but there are a couple things coming up that I really want.
Okay.
That I think that
you want more.
Yeah. So this would be, I'd do this for retail. So that not including any of the stuff. So this $215 on this. And then this guy, I'd say $650 or best offer.
Guys, that's a great deal. XM24 is a full-size knife. But if you bought that new, it would be $595 plus $200 plus $115 for the hardware, and the hardware may be more for an XM24.
And then the regrind.
Hollow grind, yeah, I didn't think about the regrind. Yeah, that's a beautiful knife, and it's a skinny.
Yep. And the Jaeger, I don't know. This is, it'd have to be, it depends if the other ones sell. This is the last case scenario. So
what do you got your eye on, buddy? What's your on your wish list?
Well,
You don't have to say. I mean, I'm just curious.
I had spent some money on some tooling that I'm trying to recoup, and
I got
also
you.
there's a knife that I can't talk about that is coming out.
I got you.
In later this fall that I'm
I want to be able to jump on it.
So I just want to have some extra funds floating around ready for it.
That's one of the things I was going to ask when I had
and
my
then if Rob's potentially hit, depending on, I haven't had a chance to look at the pictures or the price on his smock, I may pick that up. So then that would dip into that as well too.
Which ones he got? I know he sent you pictures. Is his the M4?
No, the Rex 45.
Ooh,
that's why I want it.
Dude,
I love Rex 45. I don't even care so much about the smock's cool. Don't get me wrong, but I'm more into it for the steel because I love Rex 45. It's one of my favorites, and
that deep hollow grind with Rex 45,
and having it in a different platform besides the Mannix would be cool.
I agree.
And I've already got enough other models, so that'd probably be the only one that I'm looking at.
I was going to ask that on my Tuesday night when I had my show notes. Was there anything that's coming out that anybody was really excited about or looking for? Because I haven't thought about knives like that in such a long time. I mean, I do want to get my hands on a TRM Bulldog Pit Bull. I really like that knife.
I almost bought a custom Pena the other day. It was a user. It was going to be a project. I have to do some refinishing, but it ended up selling before I got back to it. But yeah, I want to have some extra in the slush fund. So if something like that does come up, I can just jump
on it.
Yeah. And a lot of the stuff, I mean, as much as I love the stuff, it doesn't get carried. Like that Rosalinda, I love it, but I never carry it.
I'm guilty of not carrying a lot of my knives. Quick hug coming your way, Mick. Thank you for hanging out in the lives, brother. We'll have one Sunday. Just for you guys that I can't put it in my description because YouTube has to approve your perks. My Sunday lives aren't really to hang out. They can be. People hang out, but it's just an hour live that I do a secret word giveaway through the comment picker. So all somebody has to do is to jump in, drop the secret word, and jump out. You don't have to be present in the live when I draw at about 4:45, 4:50. So it's just a thank you live. And we have fun.
Everything else I've got is stuff that I actually carry or that is sentimental. So,
Groovy, I hope you love it. I'm sorry, Kyle. Go ahead.
It's all right. I'm just gonna say the other stuff I have got is stuff I carry or sentimental. So I'm not going to
move it on.
I'm not trying to. Nice, crispy.
What's weird is their knives, and I guess this is normal, that for a long time they were forever knives, and then all of a sudden they were on the chopping block, and I've traded them away. You know, it's weird how that changes for everybody. But this Outposter, like Groovy said he just got, is a great user knife. I hope Kaiser makes this in a more premium version, even though AEBL and this Norplex micarta is just fine by me. But I carry budget stuff just as much because I'm trying to figure out what I think about it. And the one that I've been holding off on because I really don't like it that much, but I don't want to give it a bad review because it's not one that's even out there that much. Have you ever heard of the CJRB that It's called the Drury, I think, or the Dury. It's one that my buddy Dylan Mallory designed. Little flipper. It's a good price, but it's just a knife that I just don't get fired up on it. And I should probably make a video and talk about why I don't get fired up on it, but I never see it anywhere. And I don't want to put anything out there negative about Dylan because it's just probably something I don't like about it. Nothing's wrong with it. I mean, I couldn't say anything's objectively at fault with the knife. So I've got a few that I've carried that I haven't reviewed. I don't always review them.
Hang on, sorry, I'm responding to something. But
No, you go ahead, dude. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name of that knife. It's the let me pull it up. BRB. It looks good. It feels good. It just something does not speak. Droma. It's the Droma. And this is the exact one I have right here. And I need to do a video on it, but I have to be somewhat inspired to do a video on something, and this one just does not inspire me. And it looks good. That knife right there. Aluminum and AARPM 9 or AARPM 9, whatever it's called. And Brother Dylan designed it.
Probably halfway down there, Maddie.
There's nothing wrong with the knife.
That's the truth right there, Knife Nut. I've got a couple that, like, I could care less what happens to them, but those are the ones that I reach for if they're actually going to get seriously just destroyed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And most of them, I'll tell you, a great knife in that CJRB family, the Fugly. I love that knife, and it is absolutely fugly. But it cuts really well. It carries very well.
I put this thing through absolute hell. This is the Verona.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put this thing through absolute freaking hell. I got
that's kind of overbuilt for what it is too, isn't it? Like thick,
yeah, it's a big knife, but I've tried cutting through screws with this thing. I've done all kinds of crazy stuff with it. Chipped the edge and all get out. I've redone the edge a couple times on it. Yeah, but
Miguron kills the budget game, in my opinion. That was a couple of years ago. The Morurel was my top budget knife I'd ever used.
I've got one of those laying around. It's a great little knife, but this thing is like, I will say though, as hard as I pushed it, it didn't hold up very well for being 14C. I was kind of shocked.
The steel wasn't that great, the heat treat or whatever?
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't nearly as tough as it should be. So,
what's your position on VG10?
It's a fine steel. It's a good Hitachi steel. There's nothing about it that's super phenomenal, but it's a solid steel. It's going to have more edge retention than 14C. It's going to be less tough, but it's going to be a good steel overall.
And what they say in their paperwork is it's an easy steel to sharpen.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't take much, and it can get pretty darn sharp. I've got an old Kaiser. Let me see if I can find it. I've got an old Kaiser. What the hell was that? The Roach, the full-size Roach.
Yeah.
In VG10. Here, this is a project that was getting reground and some other stuff. That was an old Kaiser Roach in VG10.
The Roach was a good knife.
Yeah.
This is one of Meritac, County Comms manufacturers knives, and it's a micarta and VG10 budget knife, but it's big. I mean, it's freaking huge, but it carries good.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. So that's another one that's on the project list of what to do. But I'm probably going to There's the old scales for it. I'm probably going
I love
to.
the way it fits in your hand too, or my hand.
I'm going to keep the liners and then rescale it and probably do a new backspacer, and then maybe I might even venture to try to do a new clip for it. But that again, that's down the line as far as projects.
What material is that, Kyle?
It's G10.
It looked like Richlight or something. Is it?
No, it's G10, but it's got steel liners. I did anode the steel liners because they're just bronze, but Nitro X7 is done. Knife nut.
Done as in not being made anymore, or done as in?
Yeah, done as in that company is out of business. That's theirs. So I don't think you're going to see anything of that. There was a few batches that went out for people to test, and then there was a few knives that actually got made in it in very small quantities, and then that's when they shut the doors. So unfortunately, you're not going to see that. Now, if they sell off that recipe, then you might see it under a different name, but you weren't not going to see it into that probably.
This is a new steel that I've never tried from Kaiser. This is OS 10. What's the story with that? I know Demco used it for a while, or 10A. This is just OS 10.
Well, yeah, it would be OS 10A. That's all the same. In practice, it's a decent steel. It's nothing special, but it's a decent steel.
Like one of the budget steels, kind of like 14C price point wise, or
yeah, I don't think it's as good, but yeah.
14C is probably the best steel for the money, right? When you're talking about value steels,
I think so, because it's very, very versatile.
Evening, Todd.
What's up, Toddy? Todd, I haven't forgot you, man. I just haven't got a chance to get to that. I've been swamped with yard work and other stuff, so I'll scan those papers for you.
KK69.
Nice knife nut.
Oh, I've 69 using acronyms, confusing me. So, do we know if Case on their carbon steel is that 1095 or is it unknown?
I have no idea. I'm not.
Me neither. I think I heard it was 1095 from Tate, but I don't know.
Could be.
I'm sure it's not done very, very well.
Doesn't matter what it's done; they don't sharpen them. So
no.
But neither does GEC.
You know what the cope is? I heard from an old timer the other day.
You told us the other night about putting your own on there, but
you can put your own edge on there.
To be fair, though, GEC's come dull shit too.
I guess my experience has been a little different, but I think I've only bought one new, so it's not really fair. The only one I bought new was that yellow one, and it was pretty sharp, but it's not screaming sharp.
I've had several sent to me that were brand new.
Dull.
Because they wanted, like, I could run my finger across them.
Well, something tells me because of the old push open with your thumb trick that you see all the old timers using, that slip joints have always been dull.
Well, it's because that's just ignorance.
But it's such a common practice that must be ignorance because people didn't get their fingers flayed open, which means they're doing it with dull knives, right?
The purpose of having a knife is to slice. If you do not have a sharp knife to slice, you're improperly
the right tool.
You're improperly using your tool.
I agree.
So, like, if you're doing it for convenience, so you can open it with your thumb.
Bugsy nailed it the other night backstage when he said the one thing a knife 100% has to do is be sharp, cut shit.
Yeah.
That's his only real task. Man, I got a cat in the lap. She's so chilling. I wish I could just show you the down shot of her. But it looked like I was giving a junk shot. We don't want to do that. So this is one I picked up at Blade Show that's interesting. This is the Bigger Digger. This is the David C. Anderson collab with Straight Line EDC. Last year at Blade Show, he rolled out the Digger. It was his first knife in 14C, his first budget fixed blade, he being Igor at Straight Line EDC. And this is a David C. Anderson collab, and it was so popular that they came out with the Bigger Digger, which I don't like as much because it's a little big for me, but it's a good shaped knife, I would say. I think if it was me, the knife that I'm the most liking the shape of that's different
Really?
is Andrew's bear dog.
That's shocking, Mick. I've never heard that.
Mine was not super sharp either when it came. I had to sharpen it, Mick. I sharpened mine on my field sharp, my work sharp field sharpener, just on the smooth side. I didn't have to reprofile it or anything, but it did not come razor sharp.
They usually come decently sharp. I wouldn't say they're ever like splitting hairs, but the blade geometry is so good that if you do touch them up, they get razor sharp.
All I had to do is touch mine up on the smooth part of my field work sharp.
Todd, did he look like that? Did you get that from the fact of his toe thumbs, or how did you discern that? I'm sorry to hear that, Mick. Have you remedied that yet?
I know somebody who can get it screaming sharp for you. Let's see how sharp mine is now that I've sharpened it. Mine also had a little spot that looked like it hadn't been touched at all towards the heel. But I got it just from hand sharpening on that work sharp. It just makes no noise. And again, the geometry, like Kyle said, it was really easy to get it. And I know Kyle could get it probably 3 times as sharp. I love this little knife. This is probably the one I carry, my slip joint that I carry the most. I carry it in Terry's slip. Just like that. But this bear dog is a cool shape. If you like cutting cardboard, I guess it'd be good at cutting other stuff too. I cut such few different things.
If you're running any problems, Mick, let me know.
Yeah, I'd heard the great thing about Michael is if he's made aware of something like that, my understanding is he's always reached out to get you to send it back. But I do think it's important that your knife comes sharp. And the ones that surprised me, the sharpest knives I've gotten from the factory, in both cases, were my 2 Microtechs. One of them was an out the front drop point, and the other was a stitch. And they came sharper than I would have ever expected. And I don't know if it's just the jig that they use, but for example, I heard Case spins 1 pass when they sharpen a knife. When it comes to the sharpening guy's table, if it's got 1 blade, we'll say he takes it and he goes, whoop, whoop, 2 passes and sets it down per blade, 1 for each side. That's it. No strop, no nothing else. Because John took a tour of the plant and watched him do it. This one is the factory edge, and it's not, it cuts. But if I put it on my field sharp for 5 minutes, it'll cut a lot better. That's an ugly ass knife.
Which one?
This one I'm holding, this Case Cheetah Cub that I picked up today. Because they're going to go away, and I'm an idiot. I traded for it. I traded a couple of Kaisers for it. They need Kaisers down there. They don't need to just deal them, I don't think, but they need a few. So I'm going to try to keep them in trades. I'll tell you what we sold the last 2 of. We sold them both last week, is that ProTech Avalon. We've sold now, I think, 6 total of those knives, every one we've gotten in. David at ProTech said it's been real popular for him too. I like that knife because it's got a long, thin MagnaCut blade. It's like a PM2 with the flipper tab or with thumb studs and the button lock.
Yeah, Todd, unless you're doing that.
What are you slicing that with?
My Mannix. This thing is so toothy.
Dude, so you're just, look at that. It doesn't make any noise going through that paper, does it?
No.
So what degree did you get that down to? Did you set your machine at?
I just stock of probably 17 or whatever it is, but
Would that be stock if I was going to sharpen my black one?
yeah.
About 17 per side?
Yeah.
I got you. What's up?
Yeah, when you're cutting circles and waves and
Yeah, anytime you cut a wave, that's screaming sharp.
yeah, because that's all that's doing is that's proving that it's turning directly on the apex and it's cutting both directions.
Both sides are cutting equally screamer.
Correct. And there's a difference too because that's also on
A wide blade.
well, no, but that's also on like 600 grit. That's very low, so that's you don't have to get crazy.
You don't have to get crazy smooth to get it to cut that well.
Correct.
Yeah, that's a gorgeous knife. Is that a keeper or is that one you're doing for somebody else?
No, that's mine.
Sweet.
Well, we got about 9 minutes till satisfaction, so
Oh, we've been here for over 3 hours. All right, guys. Kyle, I appreciate you hanging with me.
No
I'm gonna drop in the chat for those of you that are interested. It's pinned to the top. Check out Kyle's link just because it's up there. Look at the deals over at TS Prof. They're running for the next few days. But guys, I appreciate you hanging. I will be doing a members live at 4:00 on Sunday. It's just going to be the secret word game. You do not have to be present to win. So pop your head in. And Kyle, you got anything to share with these lovely people?
no, have a good weekend. Be safe, and I'll see a lot of you over at Satisfaction.
I will be there too. I'm not putting pills in a bottle this week. Guys,
Did you
look out for the guy.
Wait. Time out before you go. We all need to know. Did you get your dad ice cream?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Not the other night. I got it the next morning. We had ice cream.
Okay, good.
I had ice cream with him, but he'd already gotten in bed. I told you guys that, right? You made me feel guilty. I reached back out to him and he was up in his bed. Well, he didn't need to be eating ice cream in bed. That would have been a mess. Todd Carr, 22 months. Thank you, brother. You get a hug. Then we're going out of here. Thank you, brother. All right, guys. I'll see all y'all at Manny's. Do me a favor. Look out for the guy or gal to your left. Did she just fart?
Who?
My cat.
I don't know. I didn't hear.
See her tail? I think she did.
Wafting at you
I
now?
think she's wafting it on me. Guys, look out for the guy or gal to your left. Look out for the guy or gal to your right. Look out for each other. And always go forward with love in your heart. Try to choose debate, not hate. I love you guys. Peace.